Welcome to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care, where your host, writer, actor and producer Candy Washington helps you live a more joyful life with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. Be sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review and join the conversation on Instagram at Candy Washington. Let's go!
Everyone, and welcome back. As always, I am your girl, Candy Washington, and we are here to have a kiki about all things reality TV and pop culture. And we are going to be getting into my conspiracy theory on why now did Diana, Erika, and Rinna allegedly buy bots to harass Garcelle's son. So I talked about this before, but I want to do a deeper dive into, because I realized something, why I think now they're doing this, and we are going to get into it. But as always, as you guys come in, be sure to like the video. It really, really helps me out. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. And also, be sure to share this with a friend because a kiki is always better with community. So like the video, subscribe, and share, and check out everything down below. We have a lot of goodies down there as well, from our newsletter, podcast books, all that stuff, a ton of stuff. So with that, without further ado, let's dive in. Okay, so just to catch everybody up real quick, we all know that this last week has been a shitstorm. Hey, Joanne, she says, hi, baby. Hey, sweet cakes, how are you? That's right, candy canes. As you come in the room, be sure to say hi. You know, drop a candy cane, say hello. Let's just relax and get into it. So just as a quick recap, so everyone's caught up on what's going on, so you can understand why I have my thoughts on why this is happening now. So as we all know, this week has been a shit show when it comes to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It's gone really dark, really fast, really quick. So we all know that it's been Erika, Dorit, Kyle, Rinna, and Diana against essentially Sutton, Garcelle, we'll add in Crystal, and also Kathy Hilton, right? So we all know that's been the big divide. And over the last week or so, over social media, everything has kind of really blown up. They've been feuding. You're a bully. You're a bully. You're making fun of my miscarriage. No, I'm not. I spelled something wrong. You're this, you're that, and the third, right? It was just too much. Hey, powerful bee. She goes, yeah, I just laid down, take a nap before my new client's course tonight in perfect timing. Yay! Perfect timing. That is right. Speaking of timing, that is essential to my conspiracy theory. Okay. So that's the preface of it, right? We know that they're all vying for it. My newest reason why I do believe that it is Rinna, Diana, and Erika. I know that people haven't been putting Erika in this. They've mainly been saying Diana and Rinna, but I think that they all roll deep. I think that they've been using Diana's money and Diana as a mouthpiece to go after Garcelle and to go after Sutton, because Lisa and Erika really wanted Garcelle and Sutton gone. The reason why I think they bought the bots at this particular time, because remember, people were not going this hard for Jax recently. You know, the whole episode when Erika was wasted and cursed out Jax, who was like a minor boy, that happened, you know, a bit ago. No one was really coming at them that much, right? No one was really coming at him that much. But now all of a sudden, his account is being attacked, you know, with racist things, being like, one comment said, this was disgusting, our knee would be on your neck if your dad wasn't white, so you better tell your mom to stop going after Erika and Rinna and all this stuff. Like, really disgusting things like that. And being like, you know, well, you know, your dad is, no, your brother is a drug addict, so why is Garcelle calling Erika an alcoholic? Like, all this stuff to this child, you know, to this child. Like, it was very, very disgusting stuff. And I'm going to read really quickly what his response was that Garcelle posted to her Twitter account. So this is what he said. Well, I don't know if you guys can read that or not, but I'll read it out for you. It says, from Jax. Well, I'd like to start off by saying that I am still a kid and I wish to not be viewed as a fully matured adult because I am not one. It is currently in my first week of high school, and instead of enjoying it like most kids at my school, I have to deal with being attacked on social media. I did not sign up for this show, nor do I have anything to do with the show's drama. I just want to be a normal kid. The purpose of my Instagram account is not for publicity nor the public's gaze, but to be seen by my peers as just another kid. I really wanted to avoid going private, but I just have to at this point. The constant support from everyone makes it much more tolerable. However, middle-aged women spamming me with racist, crude comments about my family is not what I expected for my first week of high school. Thank you for all the positive comments. It truly means a lot to me. Okay, now this was loaded. This was loaded. And because Garcelle is such a class act and she's playing the long game, what he said at the very end proves to me that she thinks it's coming from Erika, Diana, and Rinna. Did you guys catch this? At the very end, he goes, however, middle-aged women spamming me with racist and crude comments about my family is not what I expected. What middle-aged women do you think he's referring to? He's referring to Diana and Erika and Rinna because it is so clear that they are behind this. Again, I'll say alleged, but to me, it is so clear they are behind this. I'm going to give you the new reason why I think this timing, and then I'll go over the ones we talked about before. The new reason why I really believe this conspiracy theory is because, do you guys remember a couple of days ago, literally right before all of those bots started attacking Jax, it was like an article that came out, or it was some type of article that came out that ranked all of the housewives. And Bravo had said that they use like this type of rankings for how they decide to, bring certain housewives back. Whether housewives become a friend of, do they get demoted? Do they get fired? Do they get, a bigger pay bump? You know what I mean? Do they get more screen time? Because they rank the likability. They rank, how the housewives are faring. They do it from a couple of things. One of the big indicators is how are they being responded to on social media? How is Twitter responding to them? The blogs, the YouTubers, all of that stuff. And then they also have like likability on screen and all of that. So they have different factors for how they rank the housewives. And if you guys remember, that ranking came out maybe like a day or two before the bots started going after Jax. And on that ranking, who was number one? Garcelle. Who was the least liked housewife? Diana. And right before Diana was Lisa Rinna. And a huge part of that ranking has to do with likability on social media. Again, I don't believe in coincidence. I believe in conspiracy. That's why I think, again, this timing is so important because you have to think about the timing of all of this. So this ranking comes out, and the ranking even said that like Dorit goes up and down and Rinna and Erika go up and down because Rinna and Diana were dead last. But then Erika and Dorit went up and down depending on, they would go down when they would attack Sutton and Garcelle. So when they were in attack mode, they would go down in the ranking. So essentially we liked them less when they were attacking Garcelle and Sutton. You see what I'm saying? So, Jess got it. What show? Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Okay. So do I think it's a coincidence that once this ranking came out, and then remember, it was all of the blind items during the same exact time. Rinna's fired, Diana's fired, Erika's fired. And also remember when Diana and Rinna would go after Garcelle, they would be like, a fan favorite can get away with anything. You see what I'm saying? They always tell on themselves, a fan favorite can get away with anything, right? Which is disgusting. And you're damn right Garcelle is a fan favorite. Look at this beautiful woman and her gorgeous sons. Look at this beautiful woman and her gorgeous sons. You're damn right she's a fan favorite. So to me, that was like the linchpin when I realized, wait a minute. right after the whole ranking came out, and Bravo said that they use these rankings for how they treat the housewives, whether you're demoted, full-time, friend of, fired, whatever. All of a sudden now, via social media, they want to be like Team Erika, Team Rinna, Team Diana, blah, 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 blah. Now all of a sudden they want to buy these bots to talk about being on their team and going after Jax. So you got to really think about this. Also, timing, another thing. I don't think it's also what they were saying. I don't think it's a coincidence that on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after show, I talked about this. If you guys missed it, I did a recap of Erika's racial microaggression against Garcelle. In the Beverly Hills after show, she said a racial microaggression against her to Dorit. She was like, well, Garcelle's been through some stuff. She should understand. You know what I mean? She should relate. I'm paraphrasing. But it was the tone that she used. It was like a very demeaning tone that she used about Garcelle, referring to the fact that Garcelle had been honest and transparent that her eldest son had substance abuse issues. What family has not had someone struggle with that? Like, girl, miss me, bye. And it's also like, Erika, why are you saying it in that tone with Garcelle? Kim Richards, who is Kyle's sister, has had sobriety issues. And you, Erika, are on TV talking about mixing meds and alcohol and passing out and vomiting and knocking your head out, showing your coochie to the whole entire world, yelling at children. So what you've seen some things, Erika. You've seen some things, okay? So don't even do that. It's ridiculous. And then the bots were echoing exactly what Erika said in the after show. Oh, your brother was a drug addict. So why is Garcelle calling Erika an alcoholic? Blah, 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 blah. Mirroring what they were saying. Another timing issue, because I don't believe in coincidence. I believe in conspiracy. I don't think it's a coincidence that Rinna, right after the bots were going after Jax, puts up this pathetic, weird thing on her Instagram talking about, oh, why can't you just laugh with us? Why can't you just look at it as, wrestling? It's not real. Basically being like, this isn't real. This isn't who we really are. Why can't you just laugh with us? Kids are off limits. Don't go after Portia. Don't go after Erika's son. By the way, Erika's son is a police officer and a grown-ass man. And also, Erika used her own son to allegedly lie in trying to hide Tom Girardi's fraud. She is the one who inserted her son. She is the one who was like, my son had to go and help him, and my son was in a car crash because it was snowing in Pasadena. Girl, go to weather.com. It doesn't snow in Pasadena, sweetheart. I live close to Pasadena. It doesn't snow there. Doesn't snow there. It's bold-faced lie. And you brought your grown son into the conversation, covering up Tom Girardi's fraud, okay? Jax is a child who did nothing. So don't equate the two. Don't equate the two. And honestly, I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. Don't talk about Portia. Don't bring her into the situation. Don't bring Portia into the situation. It's completely different. Portia wasn't at the party with a grown adult swearing in her face and disrespecting her to her face, and then having other adults laugh about it. So miss me with the Portia. We can keep Portia out of this, okay? We can keep Portia out of this. Let's focus on what exactly happened. A grown woman who was wasted on meds and alcohol via her own admission cursed out a child. And then other adults laughed and kikied about it. That's what happened. Okay? That's what happened. I'm not talking against Portia. She's also a child. But Portia isn't involved in this situation, okay? Don't try and take away what happened from Jax by adding in Portia. Don't do it. Don't do it. So I think all of those things, it's just that it's the timing for me. It's the timing. I don't think it's a coincidence that there was all of these blind items. It was all of the rumors that Rinna and Erika and Diana were about to be fired because of their unlikability. I don't think it's a coincidence that Rinna came out with this BS statement about protect the kids literally right when the bots came out. I don't think, you know what I mean? Because Rinna is a snake. She will light your house on fire and then come trying to collect the insurance money, acting like she's your friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, she'll make the mess and then try and profit from the mess. But we see through you, Rinna, because you don't care about anybody but yourself. If you were not involved, I don't think you would have made a statement. You didn't make a statement when it happened before, not to this extent. That's how we know it's bots. And then, shout out to the Bravo people, not the people at Bravo. Well, shout out to Bravo people, but shout out to the Bravo sleuths, like the Bravo fans, like people in the Bravo sphere, right? Who were doing deep dives and they were researching it and they were looking up the accounts that were making what they were saying on it. Kimpire did a good breakdown of it, so shout out to him, where he showed what they were doing on it. And they cracked the case that the accounts were fake. They were bots. So whether it was Diana and Erika and Rinna who bought the bots, somebody bought the bots. These weren't actual, quote unquote, real people doing it from their own accounts. It was a real person who who ordered the bots and put in the racist stuff and the negative stuff. But clearly this was a strategic plan attack on Jax. I don't think it was fans. Because to be perfectly honest, are there people who support Erika? Sure. Diana? Sure. Rinna? Sure. But I just don't see a fan doing this. You know what I mean? I just don't see a fan doing it. That I don't buy. Do I see Erika, Rinna, and Diana doing it? Yes. Yes. And another reason why I don't think it's above them is, I don't know if you guys remember, but back in, I think this was June, and this I have linked in the show notes so you guys could read it. But this guy named Patrick Saunders came out, he's a marketing manager, and he claimed Lisa Rinna paid him to concoct a Kathy Hilton feud, which is what we're seeing now, what we're going to see play out, what we're seeing now with her feud, and what we're going to see play out in Aspen and all of that stuff. So he came out and said that it was Lisa Rinna who was paying him to come out, but saying to either come out to say, it's in the article, but either to come out and say like Kathy was, being racist and homophobic and all of this stuff, or to come out and say Kathy was paying people to go after Rinna and to plant negative stories about Rinna. Essentially, he was saying Rinna really needed a powerful storyline to stay on the show. And so this was going to be her storyline, was going to be her feud with Kathy Hilton. And that she was going to pay him to kind of like, co-sign and, be the receipts and all of this stuff. But he came out and said Kathy Hilton had nothing to do with it. It was Rinna was the one who was hiring him to go after Kathy. And this came out in June. And that's exactly what we're seeing now. Rinna going after Kathy, seemingly out of the blue, but not out of the blue. One, she needed a storyline. And two, she was pissed that Kathy was siding with Garcelle and Sutton, which made their side so much stronger. So if Lisa Rinna has already, and I mean, this man is saying this. He had the DMs. He came out to page 6. Page 6 is pretty reputable. What comes out in page 6 is pretty true. It's not a blind item. He has a name. He has DMs. It's in page 6. So if we already have this marketing manager coming out and with the receipts being like, no, Rinna was trying to pay me to take down Kathy Hilton. It's in page 6. So we have that. So if Rinna is willing to pay someone to go after Kathy Hilton, why do we think it's above Rinna to have Diana buy a couple of bots to go after Garcelle's son? And also don't forget, We also have the leaked scene where Lisa Rinna admitted to lying about Harry wanting the apology from Garcelle about that dumb, stupid spaghetti sauce. So not only do we have this person with the receipts and then page 6 being like, Lisa Rinna was trying to pay me to lie about Kathy Hilton. Now we also have Rinna on camera herself admitting that she lied to fake a storyline. So to me, what's that? It's what that's saying is like the biggest indicator of future behavior is past behavior. So if you have someone who has a proven, this isn't just alleged, she said it herself out of her own mouth, I lied about this. And then this man with these receipts. If you have someone with a proven history of lying on people, of concocting stories on people, and for paying people, then it's not that big of a logical jump to think, well, would she lie, concoct, and pay now? Well, yeah, she's done it before. And I think it's the 3 of them. I think it's Erika, I think it's Rinna, and I think it's Diana. I think Diana is paying for it, and I think Rinna and Erika are telling Diana what they want the bots to say. Of course, it's all alleged. This is a conspiracy theory, but if we just do a little bit of critical thinking, to me, it makes sense. To me, it makes sense. You're on camera admitting that you're a liar just to hurt somebody, just to throw them under the bus. You're in page 6 with a man saying, listen, this chick paid me to lie and to concoct, with the DMs, with the receipts. And then the moment the bots go after Jax, you come up with this PSA, this BS PSA on your Instagram account, when prior to that, you never once defended Jax. You never once said, Garcelle, I'm so sorry people are going after your son. Because this wasn't the first time people were saying stuff about Jax, but this was the first time it was this deep and this evil and this targeted. So to me, if it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's a duck. I think it was Rinna telling Diana, and I think Diana was the one who bought it because she's the one with the blood money. Rinna probably doesn't have that much money. But I think it was, and plus it doesn't cost that much. It doesn't cost that much. And I think it was Erika. I think it's the 3 of them. I think Dorit is probably trying to keep the alleged affair with Mauricio under wraps. I think that's why she's been so quiet. I think Dorit is just like, I need to keep my job on the show. I don't really rock with these girls anymore. I see who they are. I'm in love with Mauricio, but I don't want it to destroy my career. I need to stay on the show so I can get some paper. I was only rocking with these girls as long as it was in service of me. I'm a follower. Let me keep my mouth shut. I'm gonna pipe down on this one because Dorit has been quiet. Sorry, you guys. 1 second. And that's how you know. And again, remember, when stuff like this comes out, you always have to think in the end. Not in the middle, not 2/3. In the end, who did the scheme allegedly benefit? Because sometimes these schemes don't work, as we know. But if the scheme allegedly worked out the way it was supposed to work out, who would it benefit? It would benefit Erika. It would benefit Rinna. And it would benefit Lisa. If the scheme worked out. But obviously it didn't because we're not stupid. And we see through them. Now to me, this is another time when bravo, effing bravo, you need to step it up, okay? The mere fact that there are allegations that 1 cast, 2 cast, 3 cast members hired bots to harass and cyberbully a child, let alone a child of another cast member, but just a child in general, where is the accountability? Where is the investigation? Where's the acknowledgement? Where's the press release? Where is something? Where is something? They need to come out with something, and it can't be the lies that in the BS they've been trying to play in our face with their fake press releases they put out that we all see through. Like, at this point, it really needs to be like, Bravo needs to come out this time and really say there have been allegations made that certain cast members have sought out and paid for the cyberbullying, because that's exactly what it is, the cyberbullying of a child of another cast member. We take these allegations seriously. We are going to do our due diligence and get to the bottom of it. Like, I'm going to come out and say, in my opinion, they did it. Because I'm not stupid. I'm not dumb. They did it. Because it doesn't make sense any other way. They did it. A fan didn't buy the bots. Like, miss me with that BS. They did it. I can come out and say that as my opinion, because I'm not affiliated with Bravo. I'm just a chick on YouTube sharing my opinion. I'm not saying it's a fact. I'm saying it's my opinion based on watching a show and basically watching people on Twitter. So I'm not saying Bravo needs to come out and say they did this, but Bravo needs to come and say out, we take this seriously and we will investigate this. The same way they should have done with Dirty Diana. Well, first of all, they never should have hired her. But since they already did, they should have came out and said, now that we are aware of the severity of the allegations against, someone on our show, we take these allegations seriously. We will do our due diligence and investigate this and work with any authorities. That's what Bravo should have and should have done. Not the whole fake, we're exposing Diana fake story press release that made zero sense. Not deleting scenes when they thought that they could get away with it. I wonder what they're going to do during this week while they're editing, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. But they need to come out, because this is like, it's too much. Like, it's literally too much. If there are allegations that the people on your cast paid people to cyberbully a child, that needs to be investigated. If I worked at 9-to-5 corporate XYZ company and there was an allegation that me and my coworkers got together and cyberbullied the child of another coworker, don't you think HR would be like, excuse me, miss, we need to see you in our offices? Wouldn't HR be like, we need to talk about, our policy, like, we need to get to the bottom of this? If I worked anywhere in the world and there was an allegation that I was cyberbullying a child of a coworker, you better believe HR would take issue with that. But why is Bravo saying nothing? It's insane. But let's see what my beautiful candy canes are saying. I love you guys. Let's get into it. Dun, 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 dun. All right, let's go up, 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 up. Right. So many comments. Yay, it'll be fun. All right. Whoa. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. All right. So, Powerful Being says, aw, Jack's poor baby. I know. Natasha says, yep. Shay B says, absolutely. Yes. Natasha says, bingo. Powerful Being says, they were making racist comments. This cannot be real. Yes. Yes. They were saying racist things. They were talking about Oliver's drug abuse. They were saying how our foot would be on your neck if your dad wasn't white. All this stuff. Hey, Joanne, Erika, Rinna, Diana. Yeah, I think it was all three of them. Hey, Darren Hood says, hey. Joanne says, I heard about the ratings. See? That's what I'm saying. Because you have to always think not just why people do things, but when they do things. The why is obvious. They're jealous. They're threatened. They're scared. They know that they are on the chopping block and they want to take them down in order to somehow think they're going to save their spots. But PSA announcement, Diana, Erika, and Rinna, truth be told, okay, and I'm going to get you guys comments, I promise. This is the thing. Not that I like them, because I don't. Diana needs to go to jail. Rinna needs to go to hell. And Erika needs to go to jail too. Okay. But if I were them, They played this season all wrong. All wrong. They should have come in and made the season so funny and so lighthearted and so over the top, really coming in to get along with everybody, not this whole Sutton's a liability and Garcelle is guarded and blah, blah, and all this stuff. Like, if they would have went to the light, to be perfectly honest, they probably would not have gotten so much, blowback from us. All of that stuff would have, the Diana stuff probably still would have came out. That probably would have been still really dark. They've been protecting Erika and not talking about the legal stuff. But I think that if they would have came to the show and really just made it like a fun key, and it was fun to watch rather than watching like, what are they going to do next in like a negative way, I think that they probably would have been able to keep their jobs for the next season. They played it all the way wrong. They came in hot, they came in mean, they came in dark, they came in accusatory because they thought that they were more powerful than they actually were. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Hey, Chocolate Drip. Wow, they really want Garcelle gone, trying to make her quit just because she is liked by the fans. Exactly. They're trying to make her quit because she's liked by the fans, and then they think that if they can get Kathy to quit, if they can get Garcelle to quit, then they think Bravo will have no recourse but to keep them. But don't get it twisted. Bravo just axed the entire cast of Real Housewives of New York. I don't think they're going to do that with Beverly Hills. They're definitely going to keep Garcelle and Sutton, but and probably Kyle. So don't get it twisted. You don't have that type of power. And have you guys noticed that Rinna has such a jealous spirit that everyone that she brings onto the show, she feels like she has to take down because they always supersede her. They always like go beyond her. It happened with who else did Lisa bring on? Lisa brought on Denise and Garcelle. She brought on Denise. Denise was making more money than her. So what did she do? She made sure Denise was gone. She brought on Garcelle. Garcelle is liked more than her. So she now wants Garcelle to be gone. Because the thing is, Lisa Rinna is so deeply insecure in herself, she can't handle when people make more money or are more likable than she is. Which to me is like almost every cast member. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying in the chat box. Woo-hoo! Powerful Being says, I didn't even start liking Garcelle until this season. It took for her to stand up to these disgusting people for me to actually start liking her. I agree. I always liked her, but I am happy that she is standing in her power and being like, excuse me, miss, I'm not the one. I'm not. You can play with these other little chicks, but you're not playing with me. And I like that about her. Hey, Nataski, Rinna is confusing sensitive with just not liking her evil ASS on her latest video. Exactly. But that's what narcissistic people do. When you call a narcissistic person out on their behavior, they want to gaslight you. What do you mean? I'm not mean. You're too sensitive. No, I didn't say anything mean or hard. Like, you're just too sensitive. You're just taking it the wrong way. Grow up. Get a thick skin. Own it. That's gaslighting you. No, I'm not being too sensitive. I'm actually being accurate. And I'm explaining to you why you're a jerk. That's not being too sensitive. That's having a voice. JB, also the fact that Jax was the one involved with Erika and being cussed out. So why are they targeting him? Exactly. 100%. Hey, Joanne, they are trying so hard to make Garcelle and Sutton to quit. Yep. They want Sutton gone, Garcelle gone, and Kathy gone. That's the three people they want gone. Because Garcelle would not bow down and join them. And because Sutton has the money and the means and the time to research and to put on blast their fraudulent activities. And also because Kathy Hilton does not mess with them and she sides with Garcelle and Sutton, making them unstoppable. That's why they want them gone. Hey, Toski, anyone who is in Team Erika or Diana is a bot or a psycho. 100%. Because if they do have supporters, they're really quiet. Joanne says, right, Shay. Chocolate Drips says, Bravo better investigate this and act. I agree. Where is the Bravo? We don't condone violence when Monique mollywopped Candace. But now Bravo is quiet as a church mouse when their castmates are accused of cyberbullying a child, when the castmates are accused of sex trafficking children, when their castmates are accused of being one of the largest beneficiaries, I'm going to go Erika here, from one of the largest fraud schemes in California history. They're quiet as a church mouse. Quiet as a church mouse. But when Monique mollywopped Candace for having a hot head and a hot mouth, we don't condone violence. And also, where is Bravo's we don't condone violence speech with Portia? How is Portia allowed to be on the Real Housewives girls trip and come back to Roa when she has fought like 4 or 5 people on the show, on camera? She fought the grandmother of her child on television. How does Bravo condone that? Hey, Shay B, they have went way too far just when you think they can't go any lower. Exactly. Hey, Darren, Andy Cohen, where are you at? Exactly. Where is Andy? Where is Andy? What is he saying? Like, what is gonna like? What are they talking about? If I was an executive at Bravo, the moment I learned about Diana's sex allegations, she would have been edited out. Like, I watched this show. Hold on. Joanne says Rinna's daughter made a video about her drug issues. That's right. That's another thing. Rinna's daughter. Poor thing. I think it was Delilah. She was addicted to prescription meds, and she almost, committed the S word. She was that far gone. And also, didn't Rinna's daughter, I think it was Delilah too, or Amelia, was saying she was going to sue her parents for like abandonment and abuse and trauma and all this stuff. Like, what's really good? And remember when, I think it was a couple seasons ago with Amelia, she was the one who struggles with the ED, had that really awkward and really just hard to watch scene when Harry was cooking for them and she didn't want to eat and she was saying like F you to him and all this stuff. And Harry looked at Rinna and said, this is your fault. Let's talk about it, Rinna. Let's talk about it. What's going on in your own house? There's all these rumors that, Harry has a boyfriend in California, that you guys have been separated for a long time. And when I say the rumor about Harry having a boyfriend in California, I don't mean any disrespect. I actually think that's beautiful and amazing if that is true. If that is true, so I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying what the rumor is. Good for Harry. Good for Harry. He deserves happiness. He deserves to live his truth. If this is true, I'm not saying it is, but good for him. Rinna, what's really good, Rinna? Rinna, what is really good? Joanne says she was begging her mom for help. Yep. But you wonder, see, remember when Rinna had the whole bag of pills? So Rinna had her whole moment with her whole bag of pills, popping Xanax smoothie, all this stuff. And then her daughter comes out saying, she's addicted and she needs help. Disgusting. Hey, proud for being. She goes, Erika really should have taken a season off after Tom's conviction. Instead, she chose to continue, and now this is all going to backfire her on her watch. Yeah. I mean, finally, I think she has to actually show up in court because during this whole time, she's just been having her lawyer show up. But I think now she's going to have to actually show up herself for one of the courts. I think the victims are like, no, she needs to come. She needs to talk. She needs to see us, look us in the face, and talk about her stuff. Shaby, Rinna was downplaying it in that video. Yep, an innocent child, 100%. Joanne says, that makes me so angry. This whole situation is disgusting. Shaby says, ironic, isn't it? Exactly. And Natasky, these are evil, vile women and need to go. 100%. 100. It's too much. It's too much. Carolyn says, no coincidence. Exactly. No coincidence. Joanne says, 100% snake. Natasky says Rinna is dumb if she thinks we're that dumb. I know. It's like, stop playing in our face. Like, you're not smart. These Bravo internet sleuths, I mean, they should be in the freaking FBI. The way they're able to crack the case, get IP addresses, get all the receipts, know everything. It's like, stop playing in our face. Just stop. Hey, Carolyn. She goes, wow. Powerful Being says, and I really used to like Rinna a lot. What a disappointment. I never liked Rinna. She was always a snake to me because to me, her jealousy oozes out of her. She's a deeply sad, deeply jealous person, and it just oozes out of her. Hey, April. Hey, Candy and fellow Candy Canes. Thank you, sweetheart. Hey, Shapey. Yes, Kimpire broke it down. He did. This thing with Kimpire, he refused to say he thought it was them, but I'm like, it's them. It's them. In my opinion, allegedly. Hey, Joanne, what is Rinna's youngest daughter's name and the one with the drug issues? Okay, so Delilah is the eldest one, and she was the one with the drug issues and almost committed the S word. Amelia is the youngest one, and she was the one with the ED. Darren Hood said very strategic. Yep, Shapey says the support shifted too quickly. Exactly. Like, stop playing in our faces. Joanne says, yes, Patrick. Yep, Patrick was the one who came out and said Rinna, allegedly, well, I will say allegedly, but it's in page 6, allegedly was paying him to make up stuff about Kathy and to create a feud so she could have a storyline. Hey, Toski, I'm confused because they must know we're going to figure it out, and once we did it, it would be over for those witches. Why would they risk it? They're risking it because they're desperate and they don't know what else to do. Like, think about it, right? Remember how they had, they're super, super desperate because, first of all, when you're backed up in a corner and you're not that intelligent and you're just trying to bully your way out of it, think about everything that they've done. They tried to call, since people were calling Rinna racist and they were calling Diana racist, because didn't Diana go after one of the Black content creators? Like, well, I'm happy I'm not a Black content creator, or it must suck to be a Black content creator, and everything I've done for the Black community and all this psycho racist stuff she was saying. And then to try and say, oh no, Sutton's a racist. Let's go after Sutton. Let's call her a racist now. What? That makes no sense. And then also with Garcelle, because everyone was accusing the Fox Force 4 of being bullies, the mean girls of the Beverly Hills. They've been called bullies ever since LVP days. Then all of a sudden, they wanted to use the narrative, oh, Garcelle is bullying us. Garcelle is ridiculing us because I misspelled her name in my miscarriage text. You see how they're trying to project everything that they are onto them. They've been called racist. Sutton, you're a racist. They've been called bullies. Garcelle, you're a bully. And it makes no sense. Sutton is not racist. Garcelle is not a bully. Kathy Hilton probably just told Vile Kyle off because, truth be told, I'd probably tell Kyle off myself if I was in that situation. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Kyle can push a couple of buttons. She's annoying as hell. But it's already out there that Rinna was literally trying to pay a man to lie on Kathy. It's already out there that Rinna made up a storyline to attack Garcelle, So I think, and then now that it comes out with their rankings were so low, now that all of us, collectively, in YouTube and Twitter and Instagram and the blog and the audience are seeing them for who they are and going against them, I think they felt their back was in a corner. And I think they felt they had to do this in order to somehow gain some power back. But like everything they've done, it just blew up in their faces. To me, they would have come out much more on top if they would have went into the season being like, Sutton, let's bygones be bygones, let's have a fun kiki. And they made it light and funny and fluff, like a Real Housewives of Potomac vibe. Where all the ladies are together, they throw the shade, but it's not deep and dark. It would have been a much different season for these women if they had done that, but they're so evil, they just had to show their true colors. JB says, I know, right, Natasha? Natasha says, yep, I remember that. All right, I'm going to try and get to everybody's comments. Joanne says, Natasha, they think no one will find out. Idiots. Exactly. JB says, strategic. Natasha says, yep, it's a wrap for Lisa, 100%. Darren Hood says, Rinna needs to go. Natasha says, can they be charged for online targeting harassment of a minor? Yes. Cyberbullying is a crime. It's a crime. It's a crime to cyberbully someone. I think if the Bravo sleuths or someone can find a legitimate paper trail where they can say this IP address bought these bots and this IP address is registered to Diana, is registered to Erika, is registered to whoever, or these bots were paid by Diana's credit card, or whatever the case may be, yeah, that you can do charges for cyberbullying, 100%, particularly because he is a minor as well. Particularly because he's a minor, 100%. Joanne says she lied at the reunion. Who? Erika and Rinna? Probably. Chocolate says, tell that. Tatsky, like this is beyond just getting fired and canceled. I want them charged with something. I agree. It's too much. It's too much. I need Diana to be charged for child sex trafficking. That's my number one. Put her under the jail, into the prison, underneath the prison. Then I need Erika to go to jail. Then I need Rinna to get charges for cyberbullying. Shay B, I hope they investigate this. Me too. Joanne says, Tosh 100. Joanne says, looks like a duck lips. Quack, quack. I love it. Yes, Candy Cane, come through with the jokes. I love that. Hinataski, yeah, Dorit is busy managing her own problems. Exactly, because we all know PK has a bromance with Mauricio. We all know Dorit pretends to like Kyle when I don't think she really does, but she wants to stay on the show. And given all the videos and stuff and the alleged blind item about Mauricio and Dorit having a burner phone and Dorit smelling Mauricio like she just got done writing him and then kissing him, not looking good. I don't want it to be true. I really, really don't, because to me that would, it's dark. It's not a kiki. It's not funny. There's a darkness if that's true. So I really don't want it to be true, but I think Dorit is trying to keep her family together. I think Dorit is trying to keep, if she is having an affair, and that's a big if, I'm not saying she is, she's trying to keep that under wraps. And I also think Dorit is trying to keep her diamond. I think she sees the sinking ship that Diana, Erika, and Rinna are on, and like a rat, she is trying to jump ship. That's why she's quiet. Hey, powerful being, Dorit has a strong stomach to have married and procreated. Not a strong stomach. Joanne says they underestimate Garcelle and Sutton. They do, and they underestimate us. They underestimate the fact that we're not just going to buy their BS fake storylines, hook, line, and sinker. They underestimate us. You know what I mean? Like, no, we see through you. We can tell when you're lying. We know when you're together to create these fake storylines. None of it makes sense. And it just, again, proves that whole scene with Rinna and Mickey doing their fake intervention with Erika was completely fake and scripted. Because Erika had no smoke for Rinna dogging her out, calling her out, saying she was a mess, she hit rock bottom, she threw up, she cracked her head, all this stuff. She had no smoke for that, no issue with that. But yet you want to go after Garcelle and Garcelle's son? Ridiculous. Hey, Shay B, these housewife shows are getting way too dark for my taste. Same. I mean, that's why I stopped watching Roa. And to be perfectly honest, the fact that they're bringing Portia back, I'm not going to start watching it again. I'm not. Not only because Portia has fought at least 4 or 5 people, including the grandmother of her child, but the fact that Portia got in our faces and spread her legs and talked about, I'm engaged to my married co-star's husband. No. It's too gross. It's too gross and dark. And the fact that Bravo thinks it's funny and it's a cute key to bring her back. No. No. Hey, Shay B. Oh, yeah, it is. That's right. Hey, powerful being. Andy Cohen shadow banned me. I'm sorry, Andy. It's just my opinion. I don't mean any harm. You know what? You know you're making waves when you get shadow banned by Andy. Hey, Nataski, Shay B. Right. None of us signed up for this. It's too much. It's too much. It's like, this isn't what I want. Like, I want to watch the Housewives and escape and aspire, right? You know, it's like, oh, I want my day just to be, you know, lounging around my pool and beautiful outfits, drinking cocktails, and having my friends over for brunch, and then going to Rodeo Drive, and, you know, then at night having, you know, a decadent dinner. Like, I want that. You know, I want to watch that. I want to escape to that. I don't want to watch people who are selling children for sex. I don't want to watch people who stole money from burn victims. I don't want to watch people who lie and cyberbully children. I don't want to watch people who try and break and attack and go after and bully other women every week. I don't want to watch that. You know what I don't want that. I want to watch really cool, funny women hanging out, shopping, having fun, drinking to get tipsy, not to get sloppy with their husbands and their partners. Like, I want it to be fun again. I want to be like, wow, you know, like one day, like I could have that decadent life. Like I could live that luxuriously. You know, that's what I want. I want it to be aspirational again. Now we're on here talking about racism, and we're talking about cyberbullying, and we're talking about sex trafficking. Like, we're talking about everything that I feel we want to actually escape from, which is why we turn to entertainment, to be entertained, to escape, to aspire. This is just too much. Hey, Joanne, Sun has no problem getting an investigator. Sun has no problem. She was like, I just wanted to tell you, I had to get an attorney. I had to get my own litigator just to, you know, look into the files. I love me some Sutton. Carolyn says, exactly. Yep. Hey, Joanne. She goes, Erika and Rinna need the money. Let me put it this way. I think Rinna needs some money. I think Erika has a big secret stash somewhere that she's just not accessing until she thinks she's going to get through the legal stuff. But to me, a lot of what Erika doing is performative. Where I think she knows in the back of her mind she has a Swiss bank account with millions and millions of dollars that she is just waiting to tap into. Because how does she still have the money she has? How does she have the money for her current legal team? How does she have the money for the house she's in, for the car she's driving, for the clothes she's wearing, for her glam squad? How does she have the money to pay Mikey? Where is that money coming from? And it's not just being a housewife. Her check isn't her. I mean, I don't like to count people's money because you never know. But like, I don't think her housewife check is big enough for the life that she still has, even after everything. I think. And then what happened to all the stuff that she stole from the house when they faked the break-in? Hey, Shay, they need to follow through if they don't say it. I agree. If they do say it, yep. Hey, Proudful Bang, yes, the Diana Jenkins allegations are beyond too dark to be on the show. 100%. That's why Andy Cohen hasn't put her on Watch What Happens Live. That would be a mess. Hey, Natoski, there is a crime here for sure. 100%. Hey, April Powell, I definitely agree with you, Candy. Bravo hands are just as much tied to these to these scenes and makeup stories as well. Exactly. They pay them that bonus to get dirty and keep themselves out of the spotlight. 100%. He talked to dang, no episode tonight. I know. You know why there's no episode tonight? Well, I'll give my conspiracy theory. The reason why I think there's no episode tonight, it's like I said before, Bravo is catching up to us. They don't have a true pulse on how we are going to react and respond. They're tone deaf to the evilness and darkness that they're putting on our TV screens. And I think, given everything that has happened, everything with the backlash against Rinna going after Kathy Hilton, in my opinion, I think she's lying about Kathy saying racist and homophobic things. I think Kathy got frustrated, told her sister off, and that was it. I think Rinna tried to run with it. As we know from the Page 6 article, people are already coming out saying Rinna was trying to pay us to lie on Kathy. So there you go. I think everything that has come out with Diana Jenkins, the fact that we are not just gonna allow that one confessional to shove everything under the rug, where the producer was like, oh, so you're not a sex trafficker? She's like, no, that we didn't just buy that and keep believing the lie, that we actually got up in arms and are pissed off about it. I think the whole Aspen thing, I think now Bravo is re-editing. And a big reason I think they're re-editing is also, remember, all of the now leaked, deleted scenes, which tells us right then and there, Bravo had their own agenda and narrative that they were pushing by deleting and editing scenes out. Where now they see that was the wrong thing to do. Now all of a sudden they're leaking deleted scenes. Now they're taking a week off to re-edit. I think what Bravo is doing is now re-editing the last of the episodes to save themselves, to cover themselves, because it's gotten so far and so deep that at this point, the question has to be, what liability does Bravo have in this? I don't know legally, I'm not a lawyer, but morally, they're liable for some of this stuff. On a moral stance, I think 100% Bravo is liable for some of this stuff. You knew there were allegations that this woman sold children for sex. You said it on the show yourself. And you still hired her. You still pay her. You still put her on our TV streams. There's a moral liability there. A legal one, I don't know. But I think right now they're trying to cover themselves, and they're using this week to do a lot of re-edits. Maybe some scenes that they had conveniently deleted will now miraculously be undeleted. You never know. Hey, Powerful Being, Andy, my God, Candy, who would be a such thing to a child? This is just sick. I know. It's horrible. Hey, Toski, yeah, they are pulling tonight's episode in order to do damage control. 100%. 100%. I think they're pulling tonight's episode. They're doing re-edits, and then they're going to come back with a very different narrative than what they originally had portrayed, because Bravo knew Rinna lied. And they cut that scene. How do you cut a scene where the castmate is admitting to faking a storyline? Crazy. Bravo is has always had HRSOs with chocolate dip. I know. She says that Nataski. Yep. Nataski, Rinna needs to go to hell. Did I say that? Because she does. She does to go to hell. Hey, Powerful Being. She goes, this is beyond classless of these women. This is animal-like behavior. Seriously, people, I have no words. Shake my head. I agree. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Hey, Carolyn, they came in ugly. They came in ugly. They came in hot. They came in dark. And they shot themselves in the foot. Hey, Joanne, Sloan did a deep dive on Diana about her transporting children, refugees, and selling them. I believe it. I believe it. Hey, Shay B, what? No episode tonight? Yeah, no episode tonight. They're skipping tonight. Because I think they're doing re-edits. I think they're going back and they're re-editing for damage control. Hey, Cassie, Candy dead serious saying Rinna needs to go to hell. Like the other two needs to go to jail. Took me out. I was serious. I was 100. Darren Hood, Dr. Simone from Married to Men has Garcelle's back outside of all the Bravo labs. That's right. Like, how come nobody else from the Bravo sphere is coming out to support Garcelle? Thank you, Dr. Simone. Yes. Hey, Joanne, when Monique hit Candace, she got a contract to come back. Purple Being left my ass on Monique mollywopped Candace. She did. She mollywopped her. She was like, pop. I like Bravo. I do not condone violence. I really don't, but sometimes you gotta check a person. Hey, Shay B, I don't understand for the people that say Rinna isn't that like that off camera. I don't believe that. Rinna is who Rinna is. Powerful Being. Wait, Rinna's daughter was on drugs? Yes. I thought Amelia just had an ED. Oh my God, that Lisa and Harry messed up these girls. Shaking my head. I cannot. Yeah, so Delilah, who's her eldest child, she did a video on it, or else I wouldn't speak on it, but she's publicly spoke on it. She did a video on it. She said that she was struggling, I believe it was with Xanax. I could be wrong, but she came out and publicly spoke about her struggles with drug abuse and how she almost did the S word. She almost, took her own self out. And Amelia has been very public and vocal about her ED. And one of the daughters, I don't know if it was Delilah or Amelia, or was it both of them, but one of them actually came out and said that they wanted to sue their parents for the trauma that they've endured and all of this stuff. So, and I believe that Rinna, I want to say it was Delilah, were beefing for a bit because she was coming out and speaking publicly. And then there's rumors that her and Harry are separated and all of this stuff. Saying he doesn't even live there. Chocolate says, own it, Rinna. Exactly. Hey, Natalia. She says hi. Hey, Anna. I don't have daughters, but I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be dancing on TikTok half naked. That part. Hey, Joanne. Delilah crying in her videos is gut-wrenching. I wanted to help her. Yeah. Hey, Natalia. She says hi. Hey, sweetheart. Hey, Joanne. Diana went after Philly Diva. BITCH. What? See, Diana is... Hey, Anna, Rinna is disgusting. Yes. Chocolate Dip says yes. Evil. 100%. Hey, Galaxy, yes. Rinna got sued by her kids. That's right. They wanted mom to pay for their therapy, and she wouldn't. Thank you, Galaxy. Exactly. Nataski, how is that not on the show, or the very least in the press? I'm telling y'all. Carolyn says, haha. Galaxy says it was in some press. Yeah, it was in some press, but it wasn't on the show. You're right. It was in the press, but it wasn't on the show. That they wanted to sue them for trauma, and they were trying to you're right, to get them to pay, and she wouldn't pay for it. Trauma therapy. That's right, Galaxy. Trauma therapy is what Rinna wouldn't pay for. Rinna is such a cheap. I guess her dusters aren't selling on a GNC or QVC, whatever it's called. Hey, Shay B, and why they showed pics of PK teeth. I was so grossed out. I'm like, oh my god, his breath had to be horrible. I know. How do you kiss that? I mean, not to jinx myself. I'm not God, keep my teeth beautiful, but I got some pearly lights over here. Okay, Powerful Being says Portia is so dense. She doesn't realize messing around with someone's husband is a good way to get yourself killed. Seriously, there's a reason the word wife is similar to life. Let me tell you, people have killed people for less. People have killed people for less. I don't wish death on anybody, but people have killed people for less. Ashley says, who's sex trafficking? I missed that. Diana Jenkins, allegedly. Just Google it. Diana Jenkins, child sex trafficking, or just sex trafficking, and everything will come up. It's all over Google. I'm not making this up. It's all over Google. You just Google that, and everything will come up. Hey, Powerful Being, I love your son impersonation. Right? I love Sutton. I live in LA. I need to find Garcelle and Sutton and be like, can we be friends? Not pick me energy, but can you please pick me? With Sutton and Garcelle, right? Come on now. Hey, Powerful Being. Sutton seems super sweet. Oh, I'm sorry. Super sweet and genuine. I agree. And you know what? Sorry, you guys. And you know what? You know what kind of pissed me off? Did you guys hear how Carlos King I think he was kikiing with Giselle and Robin, and was like, oh, I don't think Sutton and Garcelle are friends. I don't think it's genuine. Carlos King, stop being a hater. Honestly, your story is such a great story. You were a producer and you came up and, you had to leave Bravo for whatever reason. Then you got your own shows. You got your own deal with OWN. You're doing great. You have such a great story. You don't need to be a hater. You're in a position, Carlos, where you're winning. But in order to stay winning, there has to be a level of awareness and humility in order to stay winning. There was no need to say, to try and go against Garcelle and Sutton. Of every reality TV people in the world, you felt the need to go after Garcelle? That makes no sense, Carlos. Like, you have a great comeback story. You have a great come up story, you know? Don't mess it up with this. Garcelle and Sutton are genuine friends. You can feel it through the screen. That's why we are so endeared to them. That's why they have true loyalty. That's why Rinna and Erika's schemes could not work to break them up, because they were genuinely friends. And why do you think, Carlos, what's your rationale for why couldn't Garcelle and Sutton be friends? Why? Because they're not codependent, like Garcelle and, like Giselle and Robin? Because they have a healthy female friendship, unlike Melody and every other woman on Love and Marriage Huntsville? Their friendship can't be genuine because it's healthy and real? Hey, Galaxy X, they flew cash in private jets offshore to the boat illegal. Shake my head. She also has Erika White's debit card, supposedly $27 billion. Yep. 100%. Oh, did somebody become a member? Oh, Renee Fled, thank you for becoming a member. Thank you so much. All right, let me see if I missed anything else like that. I'm trying to go through and get everybody. Aw. Thank you, Renee. Yay, we have a new member. Thank you, Renee. That's right, you guys. If you're having a fun kiki, please like this video. It really helps me. I'm a small content creator, so it will help me grow. If you like the video, and subscribe to my channel and share. Definitely share with a friend, because a kiki is better with community. And like Renee, join us. Become a YouTube member. We'll be doing behind the scenes and talk about other stuff and just gab and have fun. So if you're having fun, a great way to support the channel is just to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I love you guys. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. And thank you so much, Renee, for becoming a member. I really, truly appreciate that. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying, because I want to get to everyone. I don't want to leave anybody out. Let's see, where did we leave off? All right, I'm just going to start right here. Okay. Joanne says, I do believe Erika has money stashed that she is fighting for those damn earrings because she's narcissistic and crazy and a sociopath. And she told us. She said it on camera. She said, I don't give a damn about anybody but myself. She told us. And I hope they play that in every single court trial she is ever, in. I hope they play her. I hope they play that for the jury every single time. Her looking at Crystal and saying, oh, you think it's cool to be down with the victims. Well, I don't give a damn about anybody but myself. I hope they play that on a loop for the jury. On a loop for them. Hey, Shay B, honesty is the best policy, bravo. Exactly. Joanne says that $27 billion has Mauricio and Brooke Hilton involved in it as well. 100%. 100%. And you know what? That's where Rinna actually went wrong. When she set up this whole scheme against Kathy Hilton, that's where she really went wrong. Because as we know, Rinna got online and was like, oh, I've been meaner in past seasons. I don't get why I'm getting all the heat now. I've been meaner in past seasons. Have you been meaner in past seasons? Yes. But did you go after Kathy Hilton in past seasons? No. You went after the wrong one. But after the season, and now everything with social media, you guys have all taken it too far. Like, it's darker than past seasons at this particular point. Maybe Xanax addiction rates are really bad. Yeah, it's sad, those poor girls. Hey, Renee says, hi, beautiful. Hey, beautiful Renee. Thank you so much for becoming a member. That warmed my little heart. Thank you. Oh, yeah, and there's super thanks down there. I'm getting all excited. Okay, so Powerful Being says, laughing my ass off at her dust is not selling on QVC. Oh, my goodness. QVC fired Rinna for being political. Good. Finally, Rinna's getting her due. Hey, Powerful Being. I wonder if Carlos King and Andy Cohen ever hooked up. Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, Carlos is Andy's type, allegedly. HAB, yes, you would fit right in with Garcelle and Sutton. I will have my sister ask Garcelle. Yes! Yes, let me tell you. I would love it. I would love it. I would love it. Hey, Joanne, that would be great. You, Sutton, and Garcelle, right? I would love them. I would love them. Hey, Isabella. She goes, hi, Candy. Hi, sweetheart. Hey, Rinna, I'm so excited and I love you. Oh, thank you. I love you too. Yes. Hey, Canny. She goes, I really need Denise to come back next season. Me too. Me too. I need Denise. I need LVP. I need Kim Richards. I need Garcelle, and I need Sutton. That is the Fox Force 5 I need, but we need a new name for that. 100%. Hey, Powerful Being says, yay! Hey, Nana. She goes, hi, hello. Hey, Renee says, my pleasure. Aw, thank you. I really appreciate it. Hey, Joanne, where's the fun? The get off on destroying someone. I don't know the fun in that. Like, honestly, not to sound weird or anything, but to be perfectly honest, I thank God for my disposition and for how I feel about things. Because I can't imagine, I can't fathom getting pleasure out of hurting other people. I couldn't imagine cooking up schemes to bring people down and to hurt a child and to do all of that stuff. Like, there's an evilness in you. And I'm being dead serious. There's an evilness in you when you get pleasure out of hurting other people. There's an evilness in you where you are completely okay with selling a person or a child into sex slavery, into trafficking. You know what I mean? Hiring people to bully and hurt a child, you know, not wanting to pay for your own daughter's therapy. There's an evilness in that. Like, I don't have children, but if my niece or my nephew came to me and they're like, Auntie Candy, you know, we're going through a tough time, you know, can you pay for my therapy? I would be like, oh my God, yes, of course. Like, I would be honored that they came to me for help. I can't imagine being a mother whose child came for you for help and you saying no. That's a particular type of evil. And that's why I said Rinna needs to go to hell. She needs to go to hell. There is no way I would have anybody I loved in my life, if I had a child or anybody in this world, there is no way their last resort would be crying on Instagram about trying to get money to pay for therapy. That's a special kind of evil. That's a special kind of evil. Hey, Galaxy, didn't Erika invest in Rinna Biz and the kids biz too? $5 million, allegedly, word on the street. Because don't forget, Rinna gave Erika a referral to one of her money managers around the time where allegedly Erika invested. Who knows what the real reason was, because a lot of people will say, oh, I'm going to give you this money to invest in your business, but really it's a way to launder money. It's a way to pay for something else because these people are corrupt and all this stuff. But allegedly it was $5 million. Connie says Dorit is a follower. Dorit is a follower. She's boring as hell. She's allegedly, you know, smashing Mauricio. Who knows? Hey, Young Rich. Diana definitely paid those bots. It's obvious. 100%. 100%. Again, allegedly, in my opinion, 100%. I think it's Erika and Rinna telling Diana what to tell the bots to say, and I think Diana's the one who's paying for it. Because that's the way this whole season has gone. Remember when Diana missed her cue or didn't have the cue for her fake thing about it was at the, I forgot, before the Studio 54 party. Oh, the homeless toothless dinner, when they were all around, and Diana knew she had to say the line that they put together. Oh, Garcelle, I think you're guarded, but she said it at the wrong time. It was like totally out of it, and that's why Garcelle was like, "What the hell are you talking about?" She was like, "How do we go from liabilities and lawsuits to me?" And Diana was like, "Oh, well, isn't that where we started?" It's like, Diana, this is why you can't be an actress. You don't remember your cues, and you don't know the right pacing. Young Rich says Diana needs to be investigated and put away. She's a danger to society and is the definition of dark. I agree 100%. I think there probably is an investigation going on with her, given how public everything has become. I bet you there is an investigation going on with her. I bet there has to be. There has to be. I don't think the feds can ignore it. But like in Epstein, I think they'll take her out, but nothing will happen to her clients. Hey, powerful being, right. Candy Rinna should never gone after Kathy Hilton. Exactly. Rinna only has ROBH going for her right now. That wasn't too bright. That was her biggest misstep. To be perfectly honest, I think that if Rinna had only gone after Sutton and Garcelle, she probably would get her diamond again. She probably would, because Bravo doesn't have loyalty to anybody. But the fact that she went after Kathy Hilton, that was the nail in her coffin. Because it's not so much that Bravo cares about Kathy, the woman, but they care about Hilton, the enterprise, the entity, the corporation, the Rothschilds. You know, her daughter is married to a Rothschild. That's $1 billion old money corporation, generational wealth, power, influence type situation. So if you come for Kathy Hilton, you're coming for all of that. Remember, these are corporations. This is a machine. So it's not the fact that they're protecting Kathy, the person. They're protecting Hilton, their relationships, the executives, the business deals, the real estate, all of that. You got to remember, NBC owns lots of brands. Bravo is just one of them. Hey, Renee, she was at some point, when are we as women going to stop supporting these franchises? Look at Sutton. She is not in the same league as these Vipers, and the only one that stands up is Garcelle. I know. It's getting dark. I had that thought. I was just like, if I can't watch Bravo, what am I going to do on YouTube? No more reviews. Hey, Renee, it's also the truth tellers of the world that get called crazy. 100%. The reason why they try and call Sutton crazy is to discredit her. Because you're exactly right. She's telling the truth. So in order to get her, the truth not believed, you have to discredit the source. The same thing that they were trying to do to Crystal. Remember the moment Crystal was like, I don't actually feel safe in this group? All of a sudden, they started to discredit her. Oh, well, you're sick, but you never got help. Oh, well, wasn't that the rumor that she lied and that's why 14 of her friends stopped being friends with her? You know what I mean? They were planting the seeds to start to discredit Crystal because she admitted that she didn't feel safe in the group. Shay B, yeah, that mindset is corrupt, 100%. Hey, Joanne, I only watch to support Sutton and Garcelle. Same. And I want to see them get their just due, but we'll see if that ever happens. Hey, Renee, I know that Rinna's mother passed. It does not give her an excuse to work her issues out on Sutton or anybody else. I think Rinna honestly just used that as an excuse. 100%, because Rinna's always been nasty. She's always been a snake. And I think she was using the fact that her mother passed. I'm not saying she's not grieving. I'm not saying that's not a tragedy. I'm not saying, you know, I couldn't imagine losing a parent. I haven't lost one yet, thank God. So I don't know what that would feel like. I can't imagine it. But when it comes to Rinna, how evil she is, she's just using it as an excuse. Just an excuse. Hey, Darren Hood, Rinna adores Harry Styles so much. She was at his recent concert. Listen, Rinna, stay away from Harry. He's dating that beautiful girl, Olivia Wilde. Leave Harry alone. Shay B, I agree, Joanne. Hey, powerful being. Trust me, they have a forensic accountants tracking down every penny of Girardi scam money. Exactly. Good luck to the crooks. Exactly, they do. And that's why his mistress now all of a sudden is pretending to take the moral high ground and being like, oh, let me give all the gifts back. Why now, Trisha, the mistress? Why now? Because the feds knocked on your door and you didn't want to get called out. You didn't want to get sued. You didn't want to get, you know, your prestige as being a judge diminished. Girl, bye. Hey, Renee, I was late, but why do you think that Diana is a pitiful piece of work? What do I think? Why do I think what? Because we've been talking. So wait, put down why do I think what, and I'll answer it. Hey, Tamara, those bots really exist. Exactly. I have proof and won't message those websites publicly because they serve for other things also. I can tell you in private. Yes, tell me in private, girl. Tell me in private. You can email me. My email is assistant@candywashington.com. You can email me or DM me or anything like that. It's all in the description box. Hey, Tamara, those bots really exist. Oh, yes. Hey, Tamara, you can pay people overseas to buy likes, comments, and followers for next to nothing. No, I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. There are a lot of people doing it. A lot of so-called influencers bought likes and follows and all of that stuff. Hey, Shay B, I think so too. Don't play with the feds. 100. Tamara says 100. Or Tamara. Hey, Young Rich, I honestly don't think Erika and Rinna had a part in it this time around. It was all Diana because she saw everybody on her bull and she's taking out her rage on the people who likes the most. So the reason why I think it's the three of them is because, again, past behavior is the best indicator of future behavior. And as we've seen on the entire season, Diana has been nothing but a mouthpiece for Rinna and Erika. I don't think Diana moves when it comes to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills franchise without the say-so of Rinna and Erika. When Diana came on the scene and said Sutton was clumsy with her words, that sounds like something Erika would say. It was the first time she ever met her. Why would she say that? How hard she was going for Garcelle. Oh, you're so guarded. It's so hard to get to know you, blah, 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 blah. You know, that to me sounded something like Rinna, a narrative Rinna would have put out there about Garcelle in order to, you know, have a reason why they're not messing with her, which is completely fake and made up. You know, Diana being on Twitter calling Garcelle a bully and ridiculing. To me, that sounds like something Rinna would think of. I think Diana obviously is evil for the child sex trafficking stuff, but I also think that Diana has been just a mouthpiece for Erika and Rinna. So I don't think Diana by herself thought up this scheme to buy the bots. It was probably either their collective ideas or one of their ideas, and they got together and did it. Because what the bots were saying was against Garcelle regarding Rinna, Erika, and Diana. They said nothing about Kyle. They said nothing about Dorit. They said nothing about Crystal. They said nothing about Kathy. So it's like they're so stupid, they told on themselves. Like, if you're going to buy bots, at least like pretend to have some type of strategy. Like, throw in some random other people, you know, throw in something else. But if your bots are literally just saying Team Erika, Team Diana, like, hello, you know what I mean? Hey, Tamara, yes, they are protecting their the reputation. Exactly. Hey, Powerful Being, yeah, Renee, Garcelle didn't have a choice anymore. Erika started coming after her babies now. There comes a point where it's like enough is enough. Like, we got to go, we got to go. You know, hey, Shay B, they're 100% protecting them. Yep. Hey, Joanne, they should all be charged with cyberbullying. 100%. Oh, Tamara says Shay B, and we all see it. Exactly. Tamara says when reality TV becomes real. Exactly. Oh, Renee says the bots. Okay, so I'll do a quick recap of why I believe it's Erika, Lisa, and Diana buying the bots against Garcelle. The timing of it all. The first is, remember a couple days right before the bots went for Jax, there was that whole ranking that came out. It was the whole thing where it was like they're ranking the housewives, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, based on like most popular to least popular. And Bravo has come out and said that they use these rankings to decide, you know, who comes back next season, who gets demoted, who gets fired, who gets a pay raise, all of that stuff. And on this rank, in a big part, one of the big factors of it is who's liked on social media, you know, who's the audience responding to, what's Twitter saying, the blog saying, all of that stuff. And as we all know, Garcelle was number one. Diana was the least like, and right before Diana was Lisa. So Rinna and Diana were at the very bottom of the barrel. And I don't think it's a coincidence that this ranking came out, social media being a huge factor of it, and then all of a sudden they buy these bots to cyberbully Garcelle's son. I don't think that's a coincidence. I just don't. And also in the ranking, it said how Erika and Dorit would go up or down depending on whether or not during the show they were attacking Sutton and Garcelle. So if they weren't attacking Sutton and Garcelle as much, they would go up in likability. But then the more that they would attack Garcelle and Sutton, they would go down in likability, which makes sense. So I think that has a huge factor, coupled with all of the blind items, all of the blogs saying Rinna's getting fired, Diana's getting fired, Erika's getting fired. So they really are scrambling to keep their diamonds. They're scrambling to stay on the show. They're scrambling to keep that paycheck, right? They're scrambling. So I think in their twisted, sick minds, they thought, well, we'll buy these bots. We'll go after her son. If we go after her son, maybe Garcelle will quit. We can get her off the show. If Garcelle quits, then maybe Sutton will quit. If she doesn't, then she's weakened way more. Or we can say, no, let's get our narrative out there, that Garcelle is a bully to us, that Garcelle was, trying to take Erika down. Her son's a drug addict, but she's calling Erika an alcoholic. Why? Team Erika, Team Rinna, Team blah, 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 blah. So to me, they're doing the absolute most on social media, trying to get their narrative out in order to say, like, no, you can't come against us. It's really them. They're the bullies. They're the racists, not us. You can't be mad at us. Which is exactly basically what then Lisa Rinna came out with her little PSA on her Instagram account, being like, why can't you just laugh with us? Why can't you just act like we're wrestlers? Like it's wrestling. Kids are off limits, guys. Kids are off limits. Stop with Portia. Stop with going after Erika's son. Stop going after Garcelle's son. Again, trying to make it like, well, Garcelle's not the victim. Her son's not the victim. There's also Portia. There's also Kyle's daughter. There's also Erika's son, who's a grown-ass man, by the way, not a child. So trying to take away from the fact of what was happening to Garcelle's son, because he is the primary victim in the situation. I'm not discrediting anything going on with Portia, but like keep Portia out of the situation. Don't dilute it. It's like somebody is, it's like when you go to someone, you're like, hey, I'm really going through this. I'm like, oh my God, me too. And then this happened to me. It's like, don't one up me. Like, you're talking about me right now. So I think that's a big factor in it as well. Another reason why I think, and I didn't say this earlier, but it just occurred to me. Another reason why I think they bought the bots, trying to get their narrative out there, again, with the whole timing of everything. We all know what Teddy said on her podcast, Two T's in a Pod, that she has with Tamara Judge for now. I don't know how long that podcast is going to last. And we all know Tamara is leaving the podcast to join Real Housewives of Orange County. But it also occurs to me now that they're also using Teddy as a mouthpiece. Oh, we got ridiculed and because we didn't get LVP grace when she was grieving her brother, and then she tried to diminish the relationship that LVP had with her brother, which to me was just disgusting and gross, in order to say, oh, well, we need to give Rinna grace because she's being a mess, because she's grieving. If we had to do it for LVP, then you guys need to do it for Rinna, which is in the same vein of everything that Rinna said after the bots attacked Jack. Oh, why can't you laugh with us? Oh, these other kids are being cyber bullied. Oh, no, Garcelle's really the bully. Oh, no, Sutton's really the racist, right? It's all of this calculated, trying to control the narrative, taking the heat off of themselves and trying to project and deflect. Like, we're not stupid. We're not going to wake up tomorrow and be like, Garcelle is a bully and Sutton is a racist and Kathy Hilton must go. Like, that's not going to happen, guys. I don't care how many schemes you concoct. I don't care how many times Teddy Mellencamp puts her foot in her mouth like an idiot. I don't care how many bots you buy. We are not going to allow you to piss on our legs and tell us it's raining. Sutton is not a racist. Garcelle is not a bully. Kathy Hilton checked her little sister. That's it. The only people who are criminals and racists and child traffickers, allegedly, is the three of you. I'm going to add Dorit because she's had some fraud cases against her. But you guys don't want to talk about that. So that's why I think, and I just, in my gut, from a logical perspective, I just don't think a fan bought the bots. I think it was a cast member. I think it was 3 cast members. I think it was Erika, Diana, and Lisa. Because in my mind, that makes the most logical sense. I just don't think it was a fan who did this. It just doesn't make sense. Okay. Hey, Shay B, the mistress is now Mother Teresa. Girl, I already talked about this on the other one. No. The mistress is not Mother Teresa. Yes, Shay. Come through. Hey, Joanne, Rinna's crying was such bad acting. That's why Eileen gets the Emmys. That's why Eileen gets the Emmys and not Rinna. That's why Eileen is still a working actress. What has Rinna booked in the last 2 decades? Oh, wait. What has Rinna booked? See, Rinna was so jealous. But you know what? The only person who really was able to check Rinna was Eileen. I wonder why. I wonder why Eileen was the one who could always really check Rinna. But Eileen was still a working actress. Denise is still a working actress. She was always on set doing some type of like Hallmark, TLC, movie of the week. And when I say that, I'm not knocking that. I'm saying you better, work and do you, girl, like staying busy and stuff. Renee says the bot sent the messages. Yeah. I think Diana bought the bots, and I think Rinna and Erika told her what to say in the stuff. Hey Shabi, the plan was discussed in Hawaii. Exactly. Hey Young Rich, what does she have against kids? Child trafficking and now attacking Garcelle's children. Don't forget, she called Asher a child. Asher, the father of her child. Asher, the man she allegedly sleeps with every night. But again, as quiet as kept, they're saying Asher was only in it for the money. He was only in it because he allegedly, word on the street, Asher is broke. He has no money. He's trying to be a singer, and he's basically her boy toy. He's a kept man. She pays for everything, and he provides services. Because it doesn't really seem like if Asher had money, he would be with her. This is how it sounds. Joanne said, not Mother Teresa. I know, right? Hey, Young Rich, I think she threw the Team Erika and Team Rinna in there to hide her hand so she wouldn't look too suspicious when all the bots are on her side. No, I think they're stupid. I think it was all 3 of them. I don't think Diana makes a move when it comes to Real Housewife of Beverly Hills without Erika and Rinna. That's what I think. I think they would have been smart if they would have threw in like a Crystal or something else. Hey Renee, she says, yep. Hey Joanne, they planned everything in Hawaii on their trip. 100%. And then when they come back, Erika got served with another lawsuit. Hey Renee, I see and agree, and that's crazy, right? Isn't that nuts? Because the thing is, we're not, with social media, we can now see timelines. Oh, hey Mario, where did you find the rankings? I'll have to Google it, but a bunch of different content creators were talking about it. A bunch of people talking about it. It was like the rankings of like the most liked to least liked, and this came out a couple of days right before the bots attacked. I'll have to find it, but if you Google it, it'll all come up. But it was like the popularity of them ranked from like most liked to least liked. But what was I say right before that? I forgot. Hey Renee, what the heck kind of witches are these? Because I have seen these messages from Rinna and the crew and I'm admonishing whoever did this. Of course they are. Of course they are. Because it's a part of their plan. It's a part of their strategy. They want to make the mess and then they want to swoop in like, we're not bad. We're not horrible people. Kids are off limits. Blah, blah, blah. Why can't you just laugh with us? It's also a way to deflect. We're not horrible. No, we're not bad. These horrible people on social media are bad. Blah, blah, blah. Why can't you just blah, blah, blah? Come on, miss me with it. Miss me with it. Horrible strategy. All of that stuff. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Now with social media, we are now privy to the timelines. We know when things are happening. So now we can connect the dots. Now we can say, oh, this didn't just happen out of the blue. This happened first. Now this is happening. Like it's harder for them to pull a wool over our eyes, if that makes sense. Hey, Joanne, Real Andy said the bots they use are fans of Rinna, Erika, and Diana. Bloop! There you go. Shout out to Real Andy of Beverly Hills. I love him. I think he's really funny and really cool. Shout out to Real Andy. Exactly. Oh, he's saying are the bots they used are fans of or they follow? Because those are two different things. Because on when Kimpire showed the people in the Bravo sphere broke it down, they proved that the bots that the people who made the comments were bots. They weren't real profiles, right? But I believe the bots were following Rinna, Erika, and Diana. If that makes sense, let me know. Let me know if I need to explain that better. Hey, Renee, she's laughing. Hey, Joanne, JB, we both said the same thing. Yes. Hey, Tamara. She goes, yes, Candy, they want to pretend that all of this conveniently happened out of the blue. Exactly. Like, we're not stupid. We're not stupid. It is not a coincidence that this ranking came out dogging the hell out of you guys. You had no standing when it came to the audience and social media being on your side. It's no coincidence that this happened right after the blind items came out saying you guys were going to be fired. It's no coincidence that right after it happened, now you're writing all of these PSAs about, the kids and all of that stuff. Like, we're not dumb. We're not dumb. We can see the timeline. Everything is timestamped. And let's not forget about this. Oops, this. Whoops. Wait, why can I not point to this? Sorry. This. Wait, hold on. This. You guys, I'm a mess. Let's not forget about this page 6 article, okay? When it's on record that Rinna is paying people. Come on. Hey, Tamara, she goes right after exchange on Instagram 2 days ago, and Diana saying that Garcelle is a fan favorite. Interesting. Exactly. We saw that earlier. Because the thing is, it's the language for me. They're using the same language. They're using the same ridicule, bully, fan favorite, this, that, and the third. Like, I don't believe it's not a coincidence. Not a coincidence. Hey, Tamara. She was actually be great minds go beyond the surface, ask questions. Exactly. Journalism, 5 questions. What, when, where, why, and when, how. Wait, what, why, where, when, how. Exactly. Joanne says, yes, Shay. Hey, probably. Exactly, Candy. The 3 with the darkest love brought the most drama, projecting and deflecting. 100%. Because they're also delusional and they drink their own Kool-Aid. And people with their personalities, very narcissistic and dark, they always delusionally think they're the smartest people in the room. They think they can talk their way out of anything, they can charm their way out of anything, that they can get out of anything. But we all see right through them. Lives, not love. They have dark love and dark lives. Young Rich, Kim Bridges, and Brandy checked Rinna too. Good. Good. As they should. As they should. I want Kim to come back and run through Rinna. Chocolate, no, Kim would always check Rinna. That's true. That's true. Hey, Shay B. And that's why Rinna went after her. And that's another reason why it's coming out that Rinna behind the scenes was saying, oh, I don't respect Kyle because Kyle lets me disrespect her sisters. So Kyle doesn't care, and Kyle co-signs it when Rinna disrespects Kim, when Rinna disrespects Kathy. And so behind Kyle's back, Rinna was saying, yeah, I don't like Kyle. I don't respect Kyle. Like, she lets me go after her sisters. Who does that? Which, I mean, there's no honor among thieves, but truth be told, why would you respect someone that lets you disrespect their family? Even if someone in my family I didn't rock with, I would never co-sign anybody, I don't care who you are, disrespecting my pet. Whether I was close to them or not close to them. You know what I mean? There's levels to loyalty. I don't need to mess with you even if you're my family, but I'm never going to co-sign somebody else messing with you because you're my family. You see what I'm saying? And the fact that Kyle always takes Rinna's side, or basically anybody's side, against her own sisters is pretty disgusting. Is pretty disgusting. Like, even with this Aspen stuff, I'm going to be honest with you. If me and my sister were on a show and she got really mad at me and she went off on me, swore into me this, that, and the third, the way they're alleging Kathy Hilton did, I would still ride for her on the show, and I would never side with anybody else. I would never be a Kyle and side with Rinna. Behind the scenes, when I'd be like, you owe me an apology, and we're going to fight, and we're going to do it down, and then we're going to laugh and be sisters again. But in public, there is no way in hell would I ever go against my own family. Ever. And the fact that Kyle does is disgusting. And her husband, remember what he did to Rick. Hey, JB, trust me, my mind never stops thinking about anything and everything, even in my own life. 100%, Shay. Hey, young Rich, after Brandy dragged her about her 80-year-old hairstyle, she switched it up every season since then. That's true. That is true. Brandy and Kim check her too. Hey, young Rich, if he's trying to be a singer, why not just go on American Idol? This is the whole thing. She literally created, allegedly, what are they called? What's it called? Not a singing career, a record label. She created a record label for him. And this is another thing. If she's best friends with Elton John, then she must have ties to the musical community. So if you really want your boy toy to become the next, Ed Sheeran or whatever, Harry Styles, whatever he's trying to do, you would just tap into that. Have Elton John on one hook of a song, it's going to go blue. It's going to blow up. Have Elton John call his celebrity friends and do a duet, have him do something. There are so many other ways for her to have Asher blow up than being on the show. So, doesn't make sense. Hey, Joanne, imagine if Garcelle and Sutton had cases. The three witches would talk about it every minute. Girl, if Garcelle and Sutton had anything in their closets, they would be running them for filth. They They already lie and make up stuff. So if there was something actually real, that they would be all about it. Hey, JB, or they have a common interest regarding Asher. Mm-hmm. Hey, Renee, I think before Erika's fall, she could check Rinna, but now the perceived power that Erika had money is gone. Not so much. Exactly. Power dynamics. My, how they changed. Hey, young Rich, a white boy win American Idol every year. Why is he going this route? That's a fair point. That is a fair point. Hey, Mario. Of course they're pretending like it wasn't them. It's clearly it was bots and couldn't be more obvious. Exactly. Hey, Shay-B, these bots thing is like an online cult. It's never, I've never heard of bots. Oh, okay. So a bot it's short for robot. So basically, a bot is a profile on social media or on any type of digital device, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, even on like comments on a random thread, like on a Reddit or anything like that. So anything that's digital. A bot is a profile that doesn't have a actual person behind it, if that makes sense. You can set up bots to troll people. Basically, what that is the bot will go and they will post something derogatory or something rude or just spam an account on a particular person's profile. And it doesn't have to always be targeted. Like I know sometimes I'll get bots on my YouTube posts, and it's not that I'm being particularly targeted. It's just these bots are out here. They might have a trigger word. Like if I'm talking about Real Housewives, they might target content creators talking about housewives, and then they put the bots in. So a bot is just a profile that doesn't have a real person behind it. Like, for example, my profile is Candy Washington. So if I go and I leave a comment on somebody, it says Candy Washington, and that's really me. It's me. I'm a person behind it, right? But a bot is basically a computer-generated profile where someone can say this, say that, behind getting the cover of a different profile. People can also use bots to like catfish people and to do a lot of scams and to do a lot of frauds. It actually happened to me. There was someone who was impersonating me on I think it's called Station Head. I don't even have an account on Station Head, but they had Googled me and they got a picture of me and they were doing my name and they were saying all of these horrible things that were not coming from me, but they were using my likeness to say it. That was more of an impersonation, but it's sort of the same concept where it's a profile where there's no true person behind it and people can use it to attack other people without showing their true name and face, if that makes sense. Hey, Joanne, the real Andy of Neva, yeah. Oh, a Beverly Hills. I love him too. Me too. I love the real Andy. I like him because I think he has such a genuine, fun spirit. You know what I mean? He has like a fun spirit. He has a fun personality. I really like him. Yeah. The real Andy of Beverly Hills has the rankings. Okay, that's right. So somebody asked about the rankings. Go to the real Andy of Beverly Hills, search on his thing, and it'll come up. Shout out to him. So go support him. He's really cool. I watch his videos. I think he's a great guy. He's really cool. Bye, Renee. Talk to you later, sweetheart. Thank you for joining the membership. I really appreciate that. And that's right, you guys. On the way out or on the way in, be sure to like the video and subscribe. Hey, Young Rich. Kimora Lee said she was approached to do Ross at Beverly Hills, but she said she declined because she don't want to do the fake drama. She'd rather it be more organic. Yeah. And I got to be shady right now. Can I be shady for a second? Kimora Lee Simmons didn't want to go on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills because she's not stupid. She knows that when you go on these shows, your business gets exposed. Let's not forget, only a couple months ago, didn't it come out that Kimora Lee, her husband, but I don't know if they're actually legally married because it turned out he was like a polygamist where he was married to multiple people. And it also turned out that he, I'll just say allegedly was embezzling millions and millions of dollars. And Kimora Lee, I don't care that she did this to Russell because of everything that Russell allegedly has done to women, unfortunately. So if you can screw him over, screw him over. But Russell was going through sexual A-word allegations and all of that stuff. So because he was involved in legal battles, he had signed over some shares or some stock or something like that to Kimora, basically being an idiot, being like, can you watch this for me so I don't have to either report it or something with his legal stuff. And she sold it. And she took that money to help her husband either legally get out of something or flee something, all of that. So it turned out that Kimora Lee was married to this man. He's some white businessman. It doesn't matter that he's white. I'm just saying it only because, Kimora is mixed or whatever. I don't care. Who cares? But he was some big business guy and he was scamming. Like he had stole and all millions and millions of dollars and stuff. Basically another Tom Girardi, another schemer and scammer. So maybe Kimora Lee didn't want to go on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills because she didn't want to be exposed. Because all these people are going on reality TV and having the fact that they are married to or in bed with all of these fraudulent people. Maybe Kimora was smart and was just like, look, my husband, my person, whatever, has all this money. Clearly, it's dirty money. I'm not about to go on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and get exposed the way Erika did, the way Diana did, the way Jen Shah did, the way Teresa Giudice did, the way Phaedra and Apollo did. You see what I'm saying? So sure, she's saying she doesn't want to do this fake drama, but maybe she didn't want the fact that her husband was allegedly committing white collar fraud to come out. Point to this, Joyce. JB, the verbiage is very telling with the bots. Exactly, because people can't really fake, you know what I mean? People can't really fake the way they speak and what they say. It's like if you were texting with somebody that you know very well and they sent you a text and you'd be like, this just doesn't sound like them. It's like that. Hey, Chocolate Trip, this is very true. True. Yes. Hey, Young Rich, that's why Paris don't F with that witch, even though Kyle tells us every 5 minutes Kim is her niece. I feel like she was just jealous of all of the attention they had back then, and now her family has it. I agree with that 100%. I want to see what's going to happen with buying Beverly Hills, that whole situation, right? Joanne says the bots were followers, not fans. Sorry. Oh, no, it's okay. Exactly. That's what I thought you meant. All good, sweetheart. That's what I thought you meant, right? Because the bots were followers of only the three of them. Again, that shows you how stupid they are. And unstrategic. Why wouldn't the bots be following the entire cast? But you're only following those 3 accounts. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you for pointing that out. Hey, Young Rich, I remember on the Surreal Life back then, Kyle was in a little fitted tank top, thirsting for the camera time, talking about, I know Paris all her life, blah, 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 blah. Girl, Paris don't mess with you. No, Paris does not mess with you, because this is the thing. You come after my mother, I don't care who you are, you have a problem with me. You go after my mother in any shape, way, or form, you even just look like you're coming for my mother, we have a problem. A big one. So I stand with Paris. You don't come for my mother. I don't care if you're my aunt. I don't care if you're my sister. I don't care if you're Boo Boo the Fool. You come from my mother, we have a problem, point blank, period. So I stand with Paris on that one. Elton John is mysterious, in my opinion. I agree. Hey, Young Rich, it's like the S-bots that come in here. Exactly. Yes, it's like those bots that come in and they'll spam you with like the P word and all that stuff, 100%. Hey, Young Rich, have you found out who was doing all that? I don't, but it wasn't just on mine. It was on a lot of different accounts. I saw it on other people's accounts that weren't even involved in the Bravo world. I would see it on other people's live. I think they're just spam accounts that come up and crop, and I would just block them as I see them. So who knows who it was? I don't think it was personal, though. I don't think they were targeting me. I think it was just spam people. But thank you. Yay, that's right. Hey, Miss T. Hello, Candy the Candy Canes. Hey, sweetheart, how are you? Hey, Russell Simmons. Yeah, Russell Simmons. Remember he got in all that trouble, allegedly, what he was doing to those women? During that time, he signed over some stocks and stuff to Kimora, and she ended up selling them. They got really pissed at her because she needed the money to help out her husband, who was about to go to jail. Joanne says, hi, Miss G. Yes. Hey, Miss T, Russell has moved from America forever. Exactly, because he was getting in all that trouble because he didn't want to go to jail. 100%. Hey, JBK, Lee has skeletons, allegedly. Exactly, Miss T. The African husband, not the African husband, the white husband. The white husband. It was her last husband. He was a white guy. I don't remember his name. And he worked, he was like a big executive, head honcho type guy. He was also defrauding one of the top people at some bank. She was a cute Asian woman, but he was, I believe, having an affair with her. And he was also using her to exploit money. It was like this whole scam and scheme where he was embezzling or laundering or whatever it is the white collar criminals do. Millions of dollars, millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. So yeah, she probably didn't want that to be on the show. Hey, Miss T, KL been sneaky for years too. 100%, because it's one thing for Kimora to be a host of a show, like, oh, hello, welcome to Fabulous with Kimora Lee Simmons, and we're going to talk about sequins and feathers, and oh my. And it's another thing to have your life exposed and put on blast when you're not the one who's producing it. You see what I'm saying? So I think that's probably why she didn't want to be on the show. Hey, Miss T, I came right on time for the mess. Yes, come for the mess. Come for the mess. Come for the tea. Stay for the kiki. Whoop, whoop. Galaxy says bots can be real people or Diana paying 5 assistants to post from phony accounts. Diana kids are silent. No, I think the difference between, correct me if I'm wrong, it's all in the same vein. I think bots is when you use the software. It's like you go on an online website and you pay and you say, you put in the accounts and you can put in a particular post. Like say I posted, hey guys, I had granola for breakfast. Post it. And somebody went to a site and they paid and they said, on this post that Candy put on, hey guys, I had granola, I want you to say, girl, you should, you're so fat, or who you frontin', or blah, 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 whatever nasty, I can even think of nasty things to say, just like nasty stuff like that. Those are bots because those are computer generated. I went to the website and I put in the spam stuff and someone is now going to computer generate it. That's why it's called a bot, because it's a robot. A troll is someone who creates a phony fake account, but they're behind it. Like the person who did mine on Station Head, that was a troll because that was a real person using no, that was an impersonation, right? That was an impersonation. A troll would be someone who uses a fake name and a fake photo, but they're the actual person behind it. So if I was up here and I had a fake name and a fake photo, and I was typing, on Candy Washington's granola post, oh, you're stupid, you're this or that, the third, you're nasty or whatever. I don't know, whatever mean people say to people. Then that would be a troll. You can use bots to troll. I think that's what it is, right? But I don't know. Anyway, sorry, I went on a tangent. Anyway, it's all messed up and it's all wrong. And you're right, Galaxy. It's a mess. And you're right. Diana's kids have been silent. Hey, Miss T, why does Cal name drop her family all the time? Because that's her only claim to fame. I mean, literally, Kyle came on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills as the aunt of Paris Hilton and the sister of Kathy Hilton. Because quiet as is kept, sometimes they say the Hilton sisters, but Kim and Kyle are not Hiltons. The Hilton sisters are Paris and Nikki. Kyle is not a Hilton. Kyle is a Richards - Umansky. But she wanted to use the coattails of being related to a Hilton. But Kyle's not a Hilton. So she drops her, you know what I mean? She's not a Hilton. Her sister married into the Hilton family. Kathy is a Hilton. Paris and Nikki are Hiltons. Kyle's not. Hey, Darren Hood, I appreciate Kathy, Dorit, and Irana being very supportive towards Garcelle. Me too. Has Dorit come out? Has Dorit come out and supported her? Let me know. Young Rich, I meant whoever was trolling as you. Oh, no, I never figured out who it was. I don't know. I don't know if they're still doing it or not, but I put a post on my community tab just warning people, being like, I'm not on Station Head, and just warning people. And plus what the person was saying was so derogatory that, I think it was pretty obvious it wasn't me. I hope anybody. I think it was somebody from back in the dark days of YouTube. Remember with the whole stuff with the avatar person we shall not name, all of that situation. I think it was somebody from there, but who knows? Who knows? Hey, Miss T, all these people have been stealing for so long. They think that they are above reproach. 100%. 100%. They think they're smarter than everybody else. Hey, Young Witch, wait. So Russell Simmons pulled a Joe Francis from Girls Gone Wild. Allegedly. Yeah. There were multiple women who came forward talking about either coercion or force, all this stuff. And he fled. Shay B, Joe Francis a mess. Joe Francis is a mess. He's a hot mess. There was this whole expose on him, and he used to be best friends with I think he is still best friends with Kim Kardashian and Paris Hilton and all that. There's a lot of corruption. I live in LA, but I mind my business. That Hollywood life, I don't want that Hollywood life. I want to be at a dinner with Garcelle and Sutton. I don't want to be rolling with wackadoodle Kardashians and evil Joe Francises. That's not the Hollywood for me. You know what I mean? Hey, Miss T. Oh, and why is it that they sold Baby Fat and Fat Farm? They probably need to liquidate. For legal fees. That's why Russell Simmons bounced, and that's why she sold that stuff, the shares and everything, to help her husband either escape or pay back, something like that. A bot is a software robot. Exactly. A troll is a real person. Exactly. Yeah, a troll is a real person, and then a bot is the software. If you go on the website, you put it all in, and then the software sends it out. But a troll is a person who's sitting here behind a fake name and a fake photo saying mean stuff. But you can use a bot to, so the troll noun is a person, to troll is a verb. So you can use a bot to troll, which is basically to cyberbully someone. If that makes sense. Young Red says correct. Yeah. Hey, Miss T, I knew that wasn't you on the station head. Don't worry. I told them, LOL weirdos. Thank you, Miss T. I appreciate that. Yeah, people were messaging me and sending me stuff. And I was like, what the hell is this? I was so confused, but no, that was not me. Mm-mm. Hey, Galaxy X, look up bot farms. Yup, there are rooms full of people, Bangladesh, for example, where they use bots and themselves to generate comics, etc. Wow. That's a mess. That's a mess. Hey, Miss T, Diana wanted to give her child's groom fame quickly, and that's why she came on the show. I think she wanted to give him fame quickly. I think she wanted fame for herself, too. You know what I mean? Because he could have gone on a show. There's reality TV shows for guys like that. He could have gone on Big Brother. He could have gone on American Idol. He could have done a ton of stuff. It's just a hot mess. Hey, Chocolate Drip, like Erika Mina, she used her son's account to troll Santana. Not her son's account. Erika, girl. That's insane. Hey, Miss T, I heard Kyle's mother taught all her daughters how to get that money. You said it. You said it. Hey, Darren Hood. She commented on Garcelle's recent post, but not like what Rinna did. Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna look on that because honestly, this might be an unpopular opinion, but let me know. Dorit, honestly, over the years, has sort of grown on me. However, I do think she's a follower. I do think she's fake and phony. But I do think that Dorit sees Erika and Rinna and Diana for who they are. I think they are at a deeper level of darkness than Dorit is. I think Dorit is probably afraid to go against them because A, they probably know Dorit's secrets. B, she knows how dirty and petty and below the belt they will go. So I think Dorit is probably trying to distance herself from them as much as she can without pissing them off. That's what I think Dorit is doing. I think Dorit likes Garcelle. I think Dorit likes Sutton. I think Dorit was a soldier and a follower. But I don't think Dorit is as dark and as evil as the rest of them are, if that makes sense. And I think Dorit is trying to distance herself without pissing them off because she doesn't want to be on their bad side. Hey, Isabel, is Real House of Beverly Hills going to be on tonight? No, because Bravo is doing damage control. Bravo is doing damage control. They're doing damage control. So I bet you they're re-editing. They're taking a pause this week because this week was supposed to be the first episode in Aspen. It wasn't supposed to be the Aspen blow up because you know how they always do it in two sections where it's like it's the primer episode where it's like it ends on the cliffhanger of they're about to pop off. That was supposed to be this week, but then they said they weren't going to do it. I think they're going back to re-edit, given everything that's transpired. Hey, Rich, I never catch that Hilton tea till now. Oh, Kyle is a clout chaser. I didn't even know she was the little girl on Halloween till last year. Definitely a clout chaser. Definitely very thirsty. Hey, Miss T, Russell never moved back to the U.S. because he probably doesn't want to go to jail. Like Armie Hammer. Armie Hammer went to the Virgin. Wait, where is he? Not the Virgin Islands. Where is Armie Hammer? He's in the Cayman Islands. So Armie Hammer is an actor. He comes from a very wealthy, established family of psychos, to be perfectly honest. He allegedly is a cannibal. And I'm not joking. Literally, he's allegedly a cannibal. And he was, being physically and emotionally abusive and coercive to certain women. And he was like, oh, I'm going to go to rehab to work out my stuff. And allegedly he wanted to eat people's ribs and all of this stuff. But he went to the Cayman Islands, and I don't know if he's ever coming back because I don't think he ever wants to face any charges if they're still pending or anything like that. So a lot of these people, and it's like what Diana said. She said she would pack up, go to an island, and they'd never find her. Hey, Shay B, I don't think any of the sisters are that close. People act like, oh, Kyle and Kathy are on good terms. I call it BS. I call it BS too, Shay. I think you're 100% right. 100%. I think Kathy is kind of just treading lightly at this point, but I don't think she really F's with Kyle. And that's why Paris posted that tweet where it was just Kathy Crystal, Sutton, and Garcelle and was like, these are my faves, and left her on out. Hi, Lily Baby 26. Hi there. Hey, sweetheart. How are you? Hey, Kanie. Kyle is jealous of Kathy. Kyle is jealous of everybody. Kyle was jealous of Kim because Kim was still beloved, even though she was wacky, and Kim had the better acting career than Kyle had. Kyle was jealous of Kathy because Kathy had the actual wealth and the prestige that she wanted to have. Kyle was jealous of LVP because LVP was the HBIC on Beverly Hills when Kyle thought that should be her spot. Hey, Galaxy, Bravo is messing up by having no episode. There will only be talk. The petition to get Bravo to investigate is climbing fast. Yeah, Bravo needs to do lots of investigations. They need to investigate into Diana. They need to, I don't know if they need to investigate Erika since she has all the lawsuits already after her, but they also need to investigate the cyberbullying with the bots. They need to investigate. They need to. You can't have because again, it's not just a TV show, it's a corporation. You can't have your employees cyberbullying your other employees' children and do nothing. You see what I'm saying? Aw, thank you. Who did that? Thank you, Isabel. That is so sweet. Wait, let me see if I can find it. This guy's super chat. Yay! Wait, where'd it go? Stop. Oh, there it is. Thank you so much, Isabella. She goes, new viewer, enjoying your recaps. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. That's right, you guys. If you're having fun, it's a good kiki, and you want to support the channel, you can like the video. That's a free way, and subscribing. That's also a free way. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. You can super chat, thanks, and you can join our community. I will be asking you guys, how do you want me to add value to our members-only community? What type of behind the scenes content do you want? Like, you guys will have to let me know what you guys want. So thank you so much for the super chat, Isabella. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And also sharing, tweeting this out or posting it in a Facebook group or whatever you do. That would be great. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying in the chat box. Hey, Shay B, there's a strong history with Francis and the Kardashians, other big celebrities. I find it very strained with his history. Diana kind of people. Yeah, and Diana has been tied to Epstein and all of that stuff. So it's just like, there has to be an investigation. Like, there has to be. There has to be. Hey, Canny. She goes, Rhobh Gotti's disgusting. You preyed on Ashanti. That's right. In one of our other lives, we talked about how Ashanti was in Diana Jenkins' Room 23 book. And as we all know, Diana Jenkins allegedly, not only did she allegedly find, like refugees, like people at risk, people trying to immigrate into countries, she would find them and then she would sell them off. But she was also pimping out like young, vulnerable celebrities, what's her name, Amanda Bynes and Hayden Panettiere and Corey Haim and like all of these other people, in addition to other, young boys and young girls and, young adults or whatever, and basically selling them, either selling them for sex or selling them into basically slavery, which is, it sounds bizarre to think about that, but that's really what they're doing. They're finding vulnerable people and selling them off. That's human trafficking, right? And the fact that Ashanti and Rhobh Gotti, I'll say alleged, but they talk about it themselves, was having a sexual relationship when he was an adult and she was 17. And then she's in this book. And I say that to call Ashanti, I'm referring to Ashanti as a victim. I'm not trying to, I don't agree when people slut shame people or they're like, oh, they put out to get a record deal. They put out to be in a movie. Like, coercion is so deep. When I talk about it, I mean Ashanti as a victim and all of that. Ms. T, yes, Erika used her son's account. That's psycho. And again, a different type of evil. If you're gonna use your son's account, that's crazy. Hey, Ms. T, Dorit is just going to pick the team she thinks will win. 100%. 100%. I think she's not as low as these other ones. I think to me, Dorit is more like me and PK. We're going to skim and scam and scheme to get this bag and to get these houses and cars for our children. But at the core level, I don't think Dorit is as evil and as dark as the other three. But I do think she's a follower. And I do think she is scared of them. Shapey, Dorit doesn't know how to exit. Exactly. I think she's scared. I think in her gut, she sees how evil Rinna and Diana and Erika are. Like, I think Dorit is like, I signed up for the shits, but I didn't sign up for this shit. If that makes sense. You know what I mean? I think she kind of bit off more than she could chew, and now she's in too deep. You know, now they know her secrets. She knows how they operate. And I think she's scared to get on their bad side. Hey, Young Rich. What was that PSA Bravo just posted? Did you see that? And why did they play Cherie like that was making her look like a mess? Oh, no. Bravo posted a PSA. Drop the link so I can go to it when we get off the live. I haven't seen the ads on this live, but if Bravo posted a PSA, I need to go see it. Hey, Galaxy, Brown help only. Dorit, fake rhobh twice Dorit that kissed yuck mouth BK. Is that the worst witch in the coven? She'll do anything to stay in. Galaxy, damn, you read Dorit from film. Oh, I love it. Hey, Joanne, Kathy laughed when Dorit yelled at her about the homeless tattoo. But Kathy was like, if you don't get out of my face. You know what it is? You know why I love Kathy? Ms. T says, Kathy also does not care as much about the show. Kyle needs the show. Exactly. You know why I love Kathy? It's because Kathy treats everybody like the help. Kathy doesn't care who you are. Kathy went to Crystal's house and was treating her husband Rob like the butler. She was like, you don't have a cracker? Like, can I get some cheese? Can I get a Diet Coke? He was like, in the glass? Do you want some more? Like, do you want Gouda cheese or blue cheese? What kind of cheese do you want, Kathy? Like, it was a mess. Kathy treats everybody like the help. And I mean, I don't mean the help in a derogatory way, obviously. Quiet as it's kept, I'm trying to get some Kathy Hilton energy. Because she embodies entitlement, but not, I don't mean entitlement like Ramona Singer. You know what? Follow me with this real quick. Ramona Singer has an energy of entitlement that's disgusting. Like, she actually calls people to help. And you can tell she's a T supporter. You can tell she's elitist and all of this stuff, right? So I don't mean entitlement energy like a Ramona Singer, the way she is demeaning and dismissive of people. That's not what I mean. Kathy Hilton has a different era of like, I'm a rich bitch. You know what I mean? Like, she has this like energy of just like, I don't care, Rob, that you are a top executive at Disney. Like, can you get me some snacks? Can you get me a soda? Like, why am I sitting here why am I parched in your living room? Like, I came all of this way for this charcuterie board. Like, you couldn't do better. Like, where's the caviar? You know, like, that's the entitlement energy I want. Not like a Ramona, because Ramona's disgusting to me, the way she treats people. But I'm trying to get a Kathy Hilton energy where, like, I walk in a room and I'm like, where are the snacks? Where's my charcuterie board? You know what I mean? Like, I want that type of energy and confidence where, like, you walk in a room and people, like, just make way for you. Like, that's what I want. But, like, of course, always being respectful and humble to everyone. But I'm trying to get me some Kathy Hilton energy. Let's see. Hey, Cephas Stubbs. I hope I said that correctly. If I didn't, I apologize. I'm worried about this re-edit. Conspiracy theory? Yes, conspiracy theory! Yes! Okay, I think Bravo did a re-edit after Diana attacked Philly Diva and included more scenes with Damon Dash's daughter in Diana's home to look pro-black. Ugh, no! Thank you for sharing that. That's a good theory. That's a good theory. We're gonna see if that happens. We're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about it. Hey, Miss T, I tell you that the show, I pray that the work shows on the re-edit. It's going to show. It's going to show. You know we're gonna come back here and we're gonna have a good huge key about it. The work is going to show because we're not dumb and it's been too much too long. It's been too much, too long. You know what I mean? Like, we see all of the steps. We see everyone. We see people for who they are. The re-edits are going to show. I just hope Bravo, either whoever at Bravo, whoever at Evolution Media, or truly, whatever company they're using, whoever is actually producing the show and is creating the storyboards and doing the edits, either they hired someone who actually understands the temperature of the room, the pulse, the audience, the tone of what's going on in the world today, who can be more transparent and honest, or whoever did it before gets a freaking clue. Because the way Bravo has been it's crazy. Hey Mario, Kathy did an interview the other day and so did that she was leaving the show because of the BS that went on in Aspen. She basically said that she was distancing herself from the show. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, because Kathy doesn't need the show. The show needs Kathy. Let's be honest. Kathy brings it when she comes, just being herself. Hey Joanne, I'm Hammer selling timeshares. I saw that. That's really funny. It's really, really funny. Hey Galaxy, didn't Kathy have Paris, the A word? Didn't Paris have a documentary about her childhood abuse? Isn't Kathy Rothschild style racist? They don't mix with colors in those families. Oof. Oof, 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 oof. Let me say this. Do I think within white, generational wealth, old money families, does racism, elitism, did it exist and does it exist? Yes, 100%. I did see parts of Paris's documentary where she talked about, what happened in her childhood and all of that. Yes, 100%. So when I talk about Kathy energy, I mean Kathy energy on the show. Do I think that there have been problems with the Rothschilds and the Hiltons and all of that? 100%. So by no means am I giving them a pass or anything like that. I'm just talking about the Kiki on the show, if that makes sense. But I hear you, Galaxy, and no lies detected. No lies detected. But unfortunately, racism and elitism still exist. 100%. Hey, Young Rich, she did what to Ashanti? Send that cow to jail now. Yeah. One of my candy canes said that Ashanti was in room 23, that book. And that book basically was a call girl book of the celebrity she had that she was selling. Rinna was in the book. Because do we think Rinna is below patting the puss for some coin? Absolutely not. Rinna was in the book. See what I'm saying? And again, I don't think Diana moves when it comes to Bravo and Real Housewives of Beverly Hills without Rinna and Erika. I think it's the three of them doing it. Hey, Joanne, let's face it, Kathy and Kim was more famous than Kyle, so was Garcelle. Exactly. Garcelle is more famous than Kyle, and also Garcelle is more revered. Like, even though Kyle and Mauricio have money, when it comes to particularly certain circles in like the Hollywood and just in general with wealthy people, there's a difference between having money and having influence and prestige. Garcelle has influence and prestige. That's why Garcelle is really good friends with Kathy, because Kathy has money, influence, and prestige. It's a different type of level. It's a different type of circle. It's a different type of level. That's why certain people, they're called nouveau riche, where they're like, well, we don't want to mess with the new rich. You don't have the generational wealth. You don't have the family money. Sometimes people will look down on you, right? But then sometimes if you have money, that will get you access. That will get you certain types of power, certain type of influence. And then there's even a different type, Garcelle has the class. She has the in that world. Kathy doesn't even mess with Kyle like that. Like, I bet you there are rooms that Kathy would invite Garcelle into that she would never invite Kyle into, because she doesn't take Kyle seriously. She thinks Kyle's a joke. Hey, youngers, Amanda Bynes too. Send me that half a cow gel now. Yeah, so apparently the Candy Canes of Ashanti was in there. Amanda Bynes, Hayden Panettiere, Lindsay Lohan. I don't know if Lindsay Lohan was in the book, but she was like alleged to be a part of that world. Corey Haim, and a bunch of other people. And then Robert Downey Jr. Did some article about it. He came out and talked about it. It was this whole ring that they call it, and a bunch of other people came out and talked about it too. So yeah, and if you think about it, those people really look what happened to Hayden Panettiere. She lost her mind. She's just now trying to claw her way back into Hollywood. Amanda Bynes went buck wild, all types of crazy. Lindsay Lohan, she lost her mind, chopped off half of her finger. And I mean, I'm not saying she got her husband through Diana, but she's also married to a Middle Eastern person, man. And allegedly, that's what Diana was dealing with, European and Middle Eastern, international, all that stuff, right? So who knows? Hey, JB, skipping an episode only brings speculation. 100%, because now we're not going to do a recap. We're going to do the streets talking. You know what I mean? That's what we're going to do. We're going to do the streets are talking. Let's talk. Hey, Young Rich, if she's part of the reason of Amanda's trauma and breakdown, Corey Haim ended up ODing. He talked about the abuse, because they were selling boys and girls. They sure did a post a PSA. Okay, I'm gonna watch that when we're done with the live. I'm gonna go see what their PSA said, and it better not be any bullet BS. Young Great says, I agree about Doritos, and I feel like she might choose to walk away from the show. Yeah, I think Dorit is trying to distance herself. I think that financially, if they can swing it, she'll probably try it and run away, go from the show. Also, with the Mauricio cheating allegations, that might be a big reason too. Hey, Strawberries and Candy. She goes, do you think the show will be on pause until they sort out the cast? I don't know. I think they're going to rock out the rest of the season and then maybe take a bit longer to recast certain people. But I don't think necessarily a pause, but maybe. I mean, they have to do a recast. They have to. I don't think at this point there is the appetite, the audience appetite for Rinna, Erika, and Diana to come back to the show. I think at this particular point, I just don't think that we, the audience, are going to stand for it. After everything that has gone on, I just don't think that the audience has the appetite for it. I know personally, if they bring Diana back, I'm not watching it because I can't in good conscience support a show that is paying an alleged child sex trafficker. Like, how can I sit up here and talk about Bravo paying her when I'm supporting the show? You see what I'm saying? So, like, if I'm going to hold Bravo accountable, I have to also hold myself accountable. So if they bring Diana back, I'm not watching the show anymore. Because it's just, it's too much. It's much, Strawberries and Candy said, now that Alex Baskin is out, do you think this show will go into a positive direction? I hope so. I think if they get rid of those people and cast with some normal drama people, like the fun key drama people, then yeah. Do I think the show is salvageable? Can they save the show? 100%. But there needs to be some cleanup. Youngwer says, I DM'd it to you. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate you. Hey, Joanne, Ramona got fired and Drunk Dorinda's coming back. Yep, that's what I heard. But Dorinda's coming back to Legacy. The NYC, the normal Real Housewives of New York City, they're doing a complete reboot. It's going to be all new girls. But you're right. Dorinda's coming back to Real Housewives of New York Legacy, and Ramona's fired. Along with Laura McSweeney. Not Laura. What was her name? Leah. Hey, Shaby, I can't find the PSA from Bravo. If someone has it, put it in the chat box. Hey, Rich. Yeah, Kathy sent her to a camp, and she did get SA. Oof. Poor Paris. I know. it's so much. It's so much. It's a lot. Shay B, I'm from the Midwest and I've heard horrible things regarding the reputation of Provo, Utah, where Paris was. Ooh, it was very like culty, like, ooh. Galaxy, do you think DJ sold Rinna as a beard to HH or Rinna's first husband? Do I think DJ sold Rinna as a beard to Harry Hamlin? Oh, or Rinna's first husband? Girl, I don't know. But, okay, good point, Galaxy. Did you guys hear the rumor? And I'm going to say rumor, allegedly. The reason why Rinna lost her mind and almost stabbed, what's her name, Kim Richards, with that wine glass when she was like, don't you ever talk about my husband. And she like violently broke the wine glass, because allegedly there is a thing saying that Harry Hamlin was dating this other woman. She was also an actress in the 80s, I guess. Cheated on that woman with Lisa Rinna. The woman found out that he cheated. She broke up with him. They got into some fight, and he allegedly S-word, A-word her, and physically hit her and stuff like that. And there was some sexual stuff in there too. And then Lisa Rinna came and threatened the girl, and it was like, if you tell anybody, I will come after you. I'm gonna go to all the executives. You'll never work in this town again. Like, I'll come after you. Blah blah blah. Don't you, like, you better not tell anybody. And this woman was so broken and so disturbed by everything that happened, she essentially left Hollywood and quit acting. This is the rumor about our, acrylic nail wearing, spaghetti sauce making boyfriend in Canada having Harry Hamlin. That is the rumor out there. So this is the type of people that we're dealing with. And then you wonder why their children are drug addicts and have EDs, and it's crying on Instagram to get money to go to trauma therapy. Like, the stuff runs deep. Like, this stuff runs really, really deep. I wouldn't be surprised if Diana Jenkins has sold Lisa Rinna. I mean, she was in the book for a reason. I don't think she was in the book because she wasn't. Hey, Joanne, Rothschilds used to marry cousins like royalty to keep the bloodline. Fact. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Rothschild. And what's the other one? What's the other the other big family? The Rothschilds and the I can't think of them. I'll think of them. And I forget. Okay. Hey, Young Rich, Garcelle still have influence from the Jamie Foxx show 30 plus years ago. Garcelle, okay, listen. I don't know why they thought they could come for Garcelle. Garcelle not only has influence from the Jamie Foxx show and all of the and from she was in Coming to America with Eddie Murphy. She was on the Jamie Foxx show. She's been a working actress, host, model since she came on the scene. She was married to one of the most powerful agents in Hollywood. He worked at he might still work at CAA. In Hollywood. In LA, there's about 3 or 4 powerful agencies that are international that really run Hollywood. It's CAA, ICM, we can throw Gersh in there, William Morris Endeavor, all of that. It used to be William and Morris, and then William Morris Endeavor merged, and all of this stuff, right? They're the ones who rep people like a Jamie Foxx, like a Garcelle, like a Brad Pitt, like a Tom Cruise, like a Will Smith. Like, these are their representatives, to the point where, like, they're no longer auditioning. It's like, oh, we have this blockbuster movie. Do we want Tom Cruise? Do we want Jamie Foxx? Do we want Will Smith? Do we want blah, 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 blah. And then they negotiate and they package it up. They're the people that they're going to put into it, who the directors are. Like, that's how it really goes down. Like, when I go on audition, it's for like a TV show or something. When these people go out, they're not auditioning. You know what I mean? Like, Tom Cruise isn't auditioning for a role. You see what I'm saying? It's a very different type of level, right? And so Garcelle is in that world. She was married to one of those agents. That's the father of her twins. That is why Garcelle is in those types of circles. That's why in an episode, Kathy came up to Garcelle and was like, oh, Rick was like, oh, you're going to be on Garcelle's show. She's in that world. There's a different, I'm telling you, when you reach a certain level, it's a different world. It's a different reality. It's just a different world. It really is. And I don't know why they thought they could come for Garcelle. Yeah, which, wait, wasn't Dina involved with Paris? Diana knows Paris. So listen, and we all know what they said about the Richards mom, Kathy, and Kim and Kyle's mom was like, you need to get the money, you need to get the men, and you know what God gave you to get it. See what I'm saying? Allegedly, I don't know. Young Rich, and they all share the same trauma. This is sick. It's disgusting. It really is. It really is. Mario says, yes, the Amsterdam fight. Exactly. Yup. Hey, Shay B, Dana Wilkie has good tea on Patreon, Raising Harry. Ooh. I bet. Dana Wilkie has all the receipts. Shout out to Dana Wilkie. Hey, Mario, I think they should fire Rinna and bring back Eileen or Denise. I think they should bring back Denise and fire Rinna. Yeah. Hey, Ha. She goes, that rumor might be very true. Where there's smoke, there's fire, and that's been a rumor for years. You know what I'm saying? It didn't come from nowhere. Hey, Young Rich, after watching The Secrets of Playboy, I absolutely believe it 100%. Yep. Hey, Lily Baby 26, Kathy Dunaway loves Garcelle, and it really drives the others crazy, especially Kyle. Yeah, because Kyle will never be a part of that real world, that real, actual world. She'll never be a part of it. She won't. She will never be a part of it. Even though Kim is talented, she won't either because she's too much of a wackadoodle. Shay B, Garcelle is the complete package. Garcelle is amazing. Like, Garcelle is flawless, and the way she's handling the situation is amazing. Hey, Joanne, HH was with M. Phillips. Oh, Harry Hamlin was when she married Bruce Springsteen and quit acting. She was the one Harry hurt. Oh, so sad. S is deep in Hollywood. Yes. In a lot of industries, whether it's the Hollywood acting, whether it's in the music industry, all of that stuff, there's a lot that goes on to it. The casting couch, Jeffrey Epstein, Harry Weinstein, Bill Cosby, Russell Simmons, Dan Schneider, like all of these people, like it's really is a darkness. And you know what? Maybe I'll share some of my own stories. I'm an actress out here in LA too. I've done some stuff. I can share some of my own stories about, trying to make it in LA. Maybe we can do some of that for like members only for our community tab. Because I have some stories of my own, about things I have seen and things that have happened in LA. Like it's not La La Land. It's not the sparkles. Like it's insane. There's a lot of stuff that goes on out here. Woo. But with that, you guys, we have been on here for 2.5 hours. So if you've been having a fun kiki, be sure to like this video, share with a friend, and subscribe to my channel. That is a free and easy way to support me. I'm a tiny content creator looking to grow bigger. So you can subscribe, hit the notification bell, and check out everything below in the show notes. I linked to that page 6 article exposing Lisa Rinna for trying to pay someone to go after Kathy. You can also sign up for our newsletter, podcast, books, movies, merchandise. We have it all. So definitely check out the description box below. Hey, Rich, you should do a case study on the secrets of Playboy and Rich and Shameless. That's a good idea. You know what? I will. It's on is it on Hulu? I have Hulu. But DM me, Young Rich. DM me the exact name of it, and I can look at it and then do a case study on it. Shay B says you should tell. I didn't know you were in LA. Yeah, I'm a Cali girl. I should do it. Yeah. I mean, thank God. I'm gonna put it out there. It's nothing as dark as like Room 23 stuff. Thank God. But it could have been. It could have been. Let me tell you, it could have been. I could have been one of those girls in Room 23. Let me tell you, I could have been in the book, guys. Could have been in the book. But, by the grace of God, and you know what I mean? I'm telling you. And having common sense and integrity, and that wasn't the life for me. Thank you, Jesus. That was not the life for me. But I tell you, out here in LA, Vegas, these areas, Atlanta, New York City, people tell you people come to these cities with a dream. They come with a dream, and sometimes they don't realize what it takes to maintain your integrity while pursuing your dream, because it's a lot. Man says, Candy, what are you in? Well, I don't know if you guys have Amazon Prime. I'm in a movie called Narcissist. You can watch that on Amazon Prime and also on SoFi TV. And I was the host of Disney Style. That was a really fun web series we did. That's on the Disney Style channel. And then also I was a lead in a web series called The Salon. We won the Best Comedic Ensemble at the, what do you call it? The TV Webby Awards, or the Webby Awards, something like that. I forgot the name of it. And anyway, we won for Best Comedic Ensemble. And then I've done like commercials and short films and web series and all that fun stuff. Yeah, but it's cool. It's a lot of fun. I love you too. I love you, Joanne. Yay. Vintage, oh my gosh, another live. Hello to Candy and the Candy Canes. Hey, Vintage Optimism. How are you? Yes, yes, yes. Ooh, but you have to catch the replay because your girl, I'm going to go work out and get some food. We'll be on here for a minute. But I love you guys so, so, so much. And I will see you on the next live. I keep saying I'm going to do Married to Medicine, but I don't know if I'm going to do the recap, guys, because I don't know what I would say. It's kind of boring and all of this Real Housewives of Beverly Hills stuff. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try and do Married to Medicine. We will be doing Dubai tomorrow. It's the season finale of Dubai. So we'll be doing Dubai tomorrow, 2 o'clock West Coast time, 5 o'clock East Coast time. But hit the notification bell so you don't miss it. And oh, thank you, Shay B. Shay B says you have class. Yes, I have class, and honestly, the grace of God, I'm telling you, because you hear about the stories of, I didn't grow up in California by any means, and I moved here, wanting to do content, wanting to host, and wanting to act and doing all that stuff. And we'll do a story time. We'll do a story time. You guys can ask me questions. I can tell you the stories, but I'm telling you, that's why I believe in all these conspiracies, is because once you've seen it yourself and once you've been in that position yourself, it's not far-fetched to be like, oh, these people are sex trafficking people. Oh, this person slept with that person to get that role. Oh, this person did this to that person. I'm telling you, it's crazy. But we can do a story time, and I'll tell you guys all about it. This is great live. Have fun working out. Thank you. You know what I mean? I gotta keep it tight and right. Hey, Tracy, I think they planned it when the three of them went to Hawaii. 100%. Yes. Hey, Darren Hood, Cherie wished Dirty Diana happy birthday. What? Sorry, I didn't mean to yell. I'm sorry, I did not mean to yell. You know what, Cherie? You're canceled. Get out of my face. Cherie, you are the thirstiest person on the planet right now. There is no way she wished Dirty Diana a happy birthday. Please tell me Garcelle has unfollowed her on every single platform and blocked this chick out of her life. Cherie, I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. I tried, but the fact that after all of this, you have the audacity to wish Dirty Diana a happy birthday, you're dismissed, Cherie. You're dismissed. All right, with that, I'm going to go dismiss myself so I can go work out. Tracy says, I love your channel. Thank you, sweetheart. I love you too. I love my beautiful candy canes. I appreciate you guys. Young Rich Cherie has been all under Diana's post? No. Shay B says, can't be trusted. No. Joanne says, I'm going to go to Amazon now to find you. It's linked in the description box. It's under movie. If you go to movies, and you click on it, that should come up. It's all in the description box. But you can also go on Amazon, Narcissist, and you put in Narcissist Candy Washington, because there's tons of things with Narcissist. It should pop up. It should come up. It's on Amazon Prime. Thank you, Joanne. I appreciate that. Hey, Young Rich, like how you're going to do all that after what she's doing to your friend's child. Put your friend's child through. That is dirty. That is dirty. We're going to have a whole nother live for Cherie, a drag session of Cherie, a whole nother drag session of Cherie, because that is dirty. Now you've lost any benefit of the doubt, Cherie. I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt, being like, you know, you're just etching your bets because you probably need the check. You really want the diamond. You don't know what you're really doing other than selling like knockoffs online or whatever. But wow, Cherie. Cherie. What a mess. What a mess. What a mess. What a mess. All right, you guys, I'm really going to get out of here this time. I'm going to go do my workout because your girl's going to keep it tight and right. But I love you guys so, so, so much. And as always, take care of yourself and each other. And subscribe to my channel. Be sure to like this video on your way out and share with a friend because a kiki is always better with community. And I will just say this as we leave. Protect your peace. Protect your heart. Protect yourself. You know, keep your eyes open, use your discernment. There are people out there like Rinna's and Erika's and Dirty Diana's who are narcissistic and selfish, and they're really scary people. I mean, I know we come out here and we laugh and we kiki and we spill the tea, but unfortunately, the reality of the situation is there's a lot of darkness and there's a lot of evil going on if we're being truly honest with what these women are doing, allegedly. So just protect yourself, you guys. Protect your space, protect your peace. And I love you. I love you so much. So I will see you guys next time. Bye.
Welcome to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care, where your host, writer, actor and producer Candy Washington helps you live a more joyful life with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. Be sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review and join the conversation on Instagram @Candy Washington. Let's go!